Hey. Merry Christmas. With Golden Axe. Hello, number ones. Let me see. Chat works. Is that the chat works? Okay. Let's go, number ones. I mean, I'll get back with the Golden Axe music in a second because, I mean, how can it be Christmas without Golden Axe, am I right? Welcome, welcome, number one. So welcome everyone over at the channel, Metatron YouTube, and at the same time I'm multi-streaming on Twitch. So hello everyone on Twitch. Sir Dude Man says nice hat. Nice hat. You've seen nothing. You've seen I've got a nice hat for you. Hold on a minute. Holy moly. Is this enough nice hat for you? We'll check this one out in a minute. But yeah. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a great time wherever you are in the world. Hey, Stone Rain Productions. Good to have you there. In fact, let me switch it from top chat to live chat so I can get... Can you hear me well, by the way? That's probably something I should have checked before talking. OBS tells me everything works. The funny thing is that the only red and green thing I had for Christmas was my Ninja Turtles symbol. It is what it is. Hello, hello. Yeah, much better. I agree. 100%. Happy to see you, Petit Trianon. Good to have you here. And over here, let me see. Drewish AF, thank you so much for the donation. God bless you, brother. I love the work. Keep going. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Man, I've got a lot of people. People from Brazil. Feliz Natal. Very nice. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas, Stone Rain Productions. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Hope you're going to have a good time now. I hope you're having a good time. You know what? I kind of miss already the... Let's put slightly, just a slight music. How about that? Just a little bit. You're like, why don't you put Christmas music? This is Christmas music. Do you think barbarians have a different music in Christmas? No, they don't. So, yeah, good to have you here, noble ones. From Wales. Robin Hood from Wales. Hey, look at that. I thought you were from Nottingham, mate. I must have I must misremember that. Paper Shogun, good to have you here. Sounds like 80s Christmas to me. Absolutely, my friend. In fact, 1987, if we really have to be precise, this game. I really like this song, yeah. Petite, absolutely. This is what I train with. Well, and the metal cover on YouTube by Essie Demon. That one is incredible, but I don't know if it's copyrighted. You know, it's one of those things. Joyeux Noël, thank you. You were 13 in 1987. Oh, you're older than me. Hey, thank you, Ink Penification. Appreciate that. Here's a hot take. Albanian would be cool language if it's spoken in a fantasy film game. Ever listen to Albanian if you don't believe me? I've heard Albanian before and I have to agree. In fact, I'll have to make a dedicated video for the second channel to Albanian. I still haven't done it. Thank you for reminding me that. Greetings from Portugal. Hello, hello, Negano. I've never played Boom Beach Clash of Clans. No. Yeah, Golden Axe. Absolutely Golden Axe. The Wilderness, I think this one is called. Oh, I know you weren't born Petit Trianon, but I was reading from the other chat because I've got both chats here. YouTube here, Twitch here, so I kind of switch. I've been testing this with my third channel, Metatron's Protectorate, but this is the first time that I multi-stream between the main channel and Twitch. It's going to be great. Mr. Bra, thank you for the donation. Merry Christmas, Metatron in chat. Love the videos. Just got off work. We had some drinks. Well, good for you. Good for you. What did you drink? Eggnog? I was at my in-laws' house just a minute ago, and they had 5 different pies. How am I gonna fit my armor if they give this up? How am I gonna do it? Are you gonna tell them or what? About the glory of Rome? Security guard, eh? You work in the industry, look at that. Man, a video on the origins of Santa and other Christmas traditions, it would be nice. I think I could do it as one of the, what I call vanilla videos, the ones that I just make for the core audience, even if they cap at 20,000 views, who cares? React content pays for it anyways, so, you know, at that point, I'll make anything you guys like, absolutely. Hey, thank you, Sir Dudeman, for gifting subscriptions over on Twitch. Very, very much appreciated. Oh, by the way, if you guys over on YouTube want to start following me on Twitch as well, I would really appreciate that. Yeah, I have a Twitch, Negano. I'll make a public announcement one of these days on one of the main videos, I'll do it. But I've been streaming a lot on Twitch, and usually when it's gaming, I'll multi-stream with my third channel. But if it's like a regular day when we are just chatting, I could multi-stream with this. But mostly it's going to be like Twitch. I'm going to have quite a few like regular gaming nights on Twitch. And it's called Metatron Gemini, or Gemini, if you prefer. Thank you for the generosity, Sir Dude, man. Really appreciate it. Did you play Golden Axe in the arcades back in the day? No, actually, my first exposure to the game Golden Axe was with the Sega Mega Drive, which is the European version of the Genesis. That's where I played. I don't remember Golden Axe in the arcade where I was. Most of the games over there that I played in the arcade were like Mortal Kombat 1, Street Fighter 2, original, a bunch of like Sega Rally, I think. Thank you for the donation, Ink Panification. With Albania, there is a lot of different emphasis. So for the most part, on your end, it will be gibberish. I see. With the, is it gibberish or gibberish? Gibberish. Occasionally, oh, hey, it's similar to Italian. I imagine, yeah, for the most part, it's going to be very Slavic, right? Yeah, Sega Mega Drive was good. The Traveler asks, are you a fan of Warhammer Fantasy? Am I a fan of Warhammer Fantasy? I need psychological help when it comes to Warhammer Fantasy. I know I haven't shown it. I've only shown it once, but I have 7 armies fully painted. I'm a maniac. But then again, before you think, oh, Metatron has gone crazy and started spending. No, I started collecting when I was 13. Yeah. So, yeah, I love Warhammer Fantasy. 100%. Stone Rain Productions, thank you for the donation. I live near the creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Northampton. MA stands for what? Massachusetts, is it? No, probably not. I don't know what that is. Merry Christmas, thank you. Appreciate that. Very cool, very cool. Oh my gosh, 4th of February for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Jimena Garcia, that's going to be great. I am so gonna do a Twitch live stream of 6 hours, 10 hours, who cares? I did it with the first one. I did 8 hours on Twitch with the first one when it came out. It was like a charity event, so I, it was one of those that I, whatever money I was getting, I gave to, I think it was like, what? St. Jude, probably. That's what whenever I do charity, I do St. Jude Hospital, because I kind of vetted it. I talked to people, talked to families that had direct experience, because I'm like that with charities. You've got to be very careful, really have to vet it. Because, completionist situation without going into the details again, but you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful, unfortunately. Killer99, thank you for the £5. As a non-English speaker, have you noticed much difference between British and American English? Oh, absolutely. Not even that, even within British accents, English accents, and accents from other places of Great Britain. And then in America is insane. Like someone from Boston, someone from California, Tennessee, completely different. New York. Yeah, totally. It's what makes it fun, doesn't it? Personally, I like it. The Drumstick Empire, thank you so much for subscribing on Twitch. Appreciated that. Very, very much. And Otto von Bismarck, what a name. Subscribe with Prime. Very much appreciated. Thank you. It's an honor that you chose to use a Prime on my Twitch. You won't be disappointed. I'll be streaming like a maniac. Do you plan on expanding your channel to Rumble, says Mud? Maybe, but right now I'm literally posting daily on 3 channels on YouTube. That's 90 videos a month. Plus I post on Patreon. Plus I go live on Twitch 5 or 6 times a week. So right now I don't think, I could re-upload the same stuff, I guess, over there. But right now I think I might need to breathe. But yeah, David Edwards, thank you for the $5 from Canada, I suppose. What is a traditional Christmas meal for a Metatron? For me, lasagne. Lasagne. Yeah. And how many enemies are unalived in the process of foraging for the ingredients? Well, for lasagna, it's just, I mean, depends, I suppose. But luckily, it's not pizza. Otherwise, the enemies would have been the ones that put pineapple on it. But yeah, what can you do? How are things over here? Sadu says, I keep missing your streams because of the time zone difference. Well, I will, in the next few days, I'll put my SHIT together. And what I'll do is that I will actually post a complete schedule, or schedule if you prefer, where I'll tell you what days, what time I go live on all platforms. Like on these days, I'm live Twitch and third channel. On these days, I'm live Twitch and second. On these days, Twitch and main. Boom. So everyone knows, and they can, and I probably put it on the freaking banners. You know, like the professional YouTubers do? The people that have been doing this for 6 months while I've been doing it for 12 years and still haven't learned it, but I'm doing it very soon. It just took me some time, I suppose. Gaude Saturnalia, any special gifts you've gotten, says Jack. Yeah, let me tell you about it. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Actually, my wife gifted me, because this is my new office because we bought a house. I don't know if you noticed that there's a lot more depth, right? My previous office was quite small. It was nice. I mean, I made it my own, if you know what I mean. But this one, it's like on the right here, I've got a wall. As you can see, I pinned up a few things. But on that side, I have so much space because this is like a bonus room and it's big. So on this side, so right now I'm in front of my computer. Then next to me, there is an Amiga 500 with a Commodore 1080 monitor from 1987. Right next to it, a full IBM 5150 computer with a 5151 green phosphorus monochrome monitor from 1981. Next to it, I have a Commodore 64 with its own monitor. Next to it, Super Nintendo with a original CRT. And it keeps going. Yeah, it's like a museum of systems. So one of these gifts is that my wife got me because it's something I really, really wanted to add to this specific collection, is a terminal from the 80s. I think it's late 80s. And it's one of those monochrome terminals that you would find in libraries, for example, in the early 90s and late 80s. And it's amber phosphorus, so P3 instead of P1. And I can't wait to receive it. I'll receive it very soon. I'll tell you a little bit about how I have CRTs moved around because it's really dangerous and I've learned my lessons. I know how to do it. And I'll get it soon, I hope. And that's one of the gifts. What else? I just bought games. I bought a bunch of figures like Tyrese Flair, a statue of Tyrese Flair from Golden Axe. She's actually over there. I might show you in a minute. She's actually over. I put her on top of a column. Column like a Greek Corinthian column, small, and then as a pedestal, and I put her there. I also got Axe Battler, the other character, but he still has to arrive, and Gilius, the dwarf. So I've got the 3 Golden Axe guys. Pretty much this kind of nerd stuff. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Random Deal fan. And Sir Maxus 101, thank you for subscribing to Twitch. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. The Drumstick Empire says, our Metatron from the UK. Only just found out you had a Twitch. Hey, no problem, mate. Yeah, it's because, I should do more advertising, shouldn't I? But I'm a Muppet. I'm a Muppet like that. It always takes me... Other people always figure these things out quicker than me. Geek Gal, thank you for the $2 donation over on YouTube. Very much appreciated. Do I have videos on the original lingua franca? I have a video on sort of that topic, Joe, on my second channel, Metatron's Academy. I think if you Google it as Metatron Academy Lingua Franca, you might find something. At the moment, I don't remember what I actually called it. Thank you, Maria Tracer, for the Merry Christmas. Same to you. Absolutely, yeah. You have fun with your musical release party. Very nice. Let's see. Yeah, Tyrese Flair is my favorite. Tyrese Flair, she's my favorite Golden Axe character. Same, Miguel. I always choose her, and I see when I choose her and I play, like on my third channel, I have some gameplay of Golden Axe, the original Golden Axe. I'll have to do 2 and 3 as well. And Golden Axe Return. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's a fan project. It's incredible. Anyways, whenever I play, I choose her, and then people in the comments are like, "I can't believe you chose Tyrus Flair. Why don't you play as Gilius?" And I'm like, "Because I like her. What can I say? She looks great." I don't know. Because then they go like into, "Oh, the guy is so much better for combat." Okay, well, she's a great magician, I guess. Whatever. Happy Yule from Denmark. Thank you, Lazaron or Ayazaron. I think it's Lazaron one. Unique Christmas traditions Italians have that are not found anywhere else, asks Tiger Star. I wouldn't know if it's anything unique, really, because Italians, it's a very, very Catholic country. In theory, it's not, but it is. When I say it's not, it's because I think like the Italian constitution says that it's a laic country based on labor. That's what they say. Una nazione laica fondata sul lavoro, whatever. But in reality, it's a very Catholic country, and it's pretty much Catholic tradition everywhere, which is in fact followed even usually by people who are not Catholics, because it's just tradition, I suppose. But yeah, something unique would be the amount of pasta that we eat. I imagine. I don't know if you guys in other European countries, or I know what you guys eat in America, but I don't know in other European countries like France or Spain. I don't know if it's weird for you that we eat pasta, but that's what we do. We just eat a lot of pasta. It's the amounts of pasta that changes. I agree, Rupert. 199 special. The final one is amazing. Mad, thank you for the $5. Were Germans considered to be exceptionally good at engineering or inventiveness before the Industrial Revolution? Were they always ahead of the time? I have no idea, actually, before the Industrial Revolution. Well, in the Middle Ages, yes. In the Middle Ages, southern German armorers were like rivaling with northern Italian Milanese style. They were absolutely fantastic. So from that point of view, 100%, particularly when we go into the sort of Gothic style, but even more so the Maximilian, all that kind of stuff. Thank you for the donation. And David Edwards, thank you. Now that you live in North America, do you plan on attending La Bataille de Bicolline festival in Quebec? 4,000 people attend. Ooh, that'd be nice, but I don't know if I can go. Like, I imagine, like, I'm a little bit of both. My wife and I, we just like staying home. We are nerds. We like watching a movie, ordering a pizza, playing video games together. I've always been the type of guy who loves staying home because I surround myself with stuff that I like. I have traveled a lot in my like 20s and 30s, early 20s and 30s. But honestly, now that I'm in my 40s, I just want to be home, watch a little thing, do my YouTube stuff, do a little Twitch stream, play, hang out with you, play a little more, maybe paint some miniatures. And that's it. That's it. I think things change, decade by decade. Inkmanification, thank you for the donation. You're being very generous tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but English seems the language that emphasizes I, he, we, whereas in other languages, the way the verb is constructed reflects the subject, and you don't say, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean, Romance languages tend to omit the subject. So yeah, in Italian, I wouldn't say I am Italian. I wouldn't necessarily say io sono italiano. I would just say sono italiano. But that's because we conjugate already the verb part, the auxiliary, and so it's already, because they're all different within the 6 pronouns. At the end of the day, you can skip it and you don't need to say it. The cases in which we do say io sono italiano is when we want to make a distinction with other people in the conversation. So if someone asks me, where are you from? In Italian, di dove sei? I would just say sono italiano. Sono italiano. But if people are asking a group and someone says, I'm French, I'm English, I'm Scandinavian, then I could say io sono italiano, because I'm kind of emphasizing a difference between me and the rest of the people who have already given answers. So it kind of works like that, I imagine. Whereas in English, yeah, I think the only case in which you don't specify I, he, she, so the pronouns, is with the imperative. So when you give commands, eat. But otherwise, usually in English you don't. But I think it's just a grammar thing, really. Do I have any display? Says dude. No, but I know what you're talking about. Every time a YouTuber shows those, the metal posters you're talking about, they look cool. They look really good. Otto von Bismarck, I will find you, will spend hours on your collection. Yeah, sure. And you'll be wearing full plate. Sounds good. Drumstick Empire sounds good. Yeah, the Christmas decoration in local. I love Christmas decorations in cities around. Are we gonna get an armored emote for the collection? Yes, and it's already prepared actually. Those emotes, the special emotes that I use for members on YouTube and for subscribers on Twitch, those were actually drawn by a friend of mine, pixel by pixel. He did those. I sent him pictures of the real helmets, and he just did it on Paint. So they are original to the channel. I didn't I paid for it. I paid him for it, but just because he's a friend, it doesn't mean I'm not going to pay him for a job. In fact, I'll pay him more, right? At least that's how I do things. If it's like, even if it's a family member, a cousin, and say she or he are doing, or they are doing a project for me, I will pay them. Cool stuff. Just double checking here that I'm not. LT, thank you for the donation. Merry Christmas, Metatron. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Is it true that am I misremembering, or do people in England say Happy Christmas? Because I know there's a difference. Like Santa Claus in America is Father Christmas in England. Now in America, Merry Christmas is the most common, and indeed everywhere else. I mean, in Italy, if you ask people how do you say Merry Christmas, they'll say Merry Christmas because they heard it in the movies. But I remember when I was in the UK, it's been many years now, the people said Happy Christmas, unless I'm misremembering. Have you seen the Rise of the Raven movie trailer? No, I haven't. I'll have to check it out. Absolutely. Thank you, Ad Astra. Merry Christmas to you. Man, it took me forever to read that message. Sorry about that. There leaks, he says, how is this guy 40? Almost 43. Mordor says, as a devoted bachelor, your example is the only one in the world that pushes me to get married. Yeah, get married. Let's get those families together. So yeah. It's important, though, that you find the person. Take your time. You know, I think it's important to find a person that appreciates you and your hobbies and what you like, because it's great that like I can order my statues, I can play with my retro. Like the other night I was playing with my Commodore 64, and my wife appreciates that. I mean, she's a bit of a nerd herself. She's been playing Genshin Impact like a maniac, literally. I know I said maniac a lot, but it's really the only word that I can think of. She's obsessed with it. There we go. So she likes Diablo 4. Sometimes we play together, but even if I'm playing, like, she's not necessarily into super old computers like me, but she'll spend some time with me here, like checking out how you power on, and it's funny. I should, you just give me an idea. I should do like a little series on my third channel and be like showing my wife my Commodore 64, showing her, testing my wife to see if she can figure out how to run a game and that kind of stuff. It'd be fun. But yeah, it's very important, I think. There is nothing worse when the person you're with is like they want to change everything about you. A little bit of, readapting yourself to the other person is fine, and vice versa, of course. But changing completely what you love because the other person hates it, then why are you together, type of thing. It's how I see it. Yeah. The Killing Duck, thank you for the donation. Did Latin genderize objects like Icelandic does? Yes, and so do Romance languages. We put genders on every single object. Yeah, a chair is male. Interesting. In Italian, a chair is female, for example. Did these complex forms of language appear? Well, when these complex... I'm not sure right now, like off the bat. I don't remember when gendered language started. Probably really early. But I can't give you an actual... what's interesting, though, when it comes to really proto-languages is sometimes it's really interesting to study them. It was one of my favorite classes, apart from all the historical classes I took at university. One that I really enjoyed was philology. And it was like a class that was teaching about how words would be, where they derive from, and the etymology and that kind of stuff. And I really enjoyed when we were looking at the origins, for example, in Proto-European, Indo-European, I think it was. Anyways, they were looking at the origins of the word like black in English. And it's so interesting because if you think about it, you have black in English, BL, right? Black. And then in Romance languages, with the same stem, you have blanche, which means white in French, blanco, which means white in Spanish, bianco, which means white in Italian, and yet black means the opposite. It means black in English. And the reason for that is that they all have the same common origin, but the original word in, I believe it was Proto-Indo-European, it actually meant fire. And then different languages took that stem, and some associated it to white because of the light generated by a fire, while other languages, such as English, connected it, and some, I think, Germanic languages, connected it to the ashes that are left after a fire. So that's why, even though they are all polar opposites, blanche, bianco, blanco, and black have the same origin. It's fascinating stuff. Man, I should make a dedicated video on the second, shouldn't I? Who's going to midnight mass? my relatives over in Italy, I think, Elizabeth. Man, my uncle used to do that every year. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Any unique experiences with Christmas in Italy, says Nawi? Well, not really unique. I mean, when I was young, I used to play D&D. For Christmas, I guess. Is that unique? I don't know. But yeah. Pixel by Pixel. Yeah, he did that, Drumstick Empire. He did a very good job. It's my friend Michele. Sometimes he has appeared on the channel. I know that there are tools to merge chats. I've already looked them up. I will do it eventually, but right now, I don't mind the fact that I can look at the chat separately like this. I know that the online tools allow you to, they tell you where people are. I'll do it eventually, you know. I've just learned to multi-stream, so yeah. Yeah, well, the YouTube chat, yeah, has got more people, but I'll try to keep reading both. I'll read both. Does anyone else in chat celebrate Festivus? Cool stuff. Let me see. What if the Romans had an industrial revolution? I think we'd be on Mars right now. You play D&D with your family for Christmas? Family and friends, but yeah, my cousin, who is 6 years older than me, my cousin Davide, sometimes he helps with a little bit of editing and stuff like that. He was the DM, so we used to play, like, me, him, his sister, and a bunch of friends. We used to do that for Christmas, totally. For years, I'm talking. I'm not saying that we played a little D&D. I maxed my elf. I maxed him, like, max level. The old school rules, I'm talking, like advanced D&D. We started with the original D&D, then we moved into advanced D&D. We had the expert manual, the blue one. We had the companion manual, the green one with the dragon. Well, both have dragons. And then I think I played a little bit of 3rd edition and a tiny little bit of 5th, but I'm not familiar with the new editions. I don't know anything. Jonathan Cite, thank you for the donation. And you say, I'm starting teaching at a classical Christian education school next year. That's wonderful. Watching your videos on classical history and Latin are about to be very useful. A blessed Christmas to you and yours. I'm very happy to hear that, Jonathan, and congratulations on your landing such a good job. Let me see a few of the other chats over here. Thank you, Klaus, in the Philippines. Appreciate the Merry Christmas. Metatron, get a life. I have my best life, my friend. My best life. Particularly compared to how my life used to be. Like in my 20s, I used to do quite a few jobs, some of which I hated, but you still do them because you gotta go to work. But right now I feel very privileged because my job is what I love. You know, history, video games, languages. I just make content. You guys make it possible. I'm very, very grateful for that. Interesting. English used to have 2 separate words for black, says Drumstick Empire. That's very cool. 2 different types. Nice. Pathfinder 2nd edition is also great. I don't think I've ever tried Pathfinder. I know of it. I've seen the manual. I've seen. I actually checked out the latest manual for D&D Fifth Edition. We were at Barnes and Noble the other day. For those who don't know it, who are not familiar with American establishments, it's like a bookstore, but really big usually, and they have a bit of everything. And they had the role playing game section, and I checked out the Fifth Edition D&D. I'm not a huge fan of Wizard of the Coast. I think they're going nuts, but I have to say it, they have excellent artists, because the Dungeon Master's book and the Player's Handbook looked beautiful. I browsed through them, and they look really, really nice. They do. Then they had the one that it was like a re-edition that you could read the rules from the 70s, but I read the first page and it pissed me off. Regardless of that, D&D has got incredible artists. Like, even if I don't like the decisions made by the suits, I don't want to penalize the artists, for instance, because they're great. I mean, the artists are fantastic, and I've got to say that, because they're really, really good. Oh, I missed the super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'll check it out now. Oh, and also there's one from Sam Whiskey. Thank you for the $5. Merry Christmas, Metatron. Was Saint Nicholas an aristocrat in the Eastern Roman Empire? Yeah, I'm not sure, mate. I'll have to check it out. So let me make sure that I'm not. Let me double check the super chats very quickly. Oh, LT, thank you for the donation. The movie's about Janos Huniadi. Very nice. I'll have to check it out. 100%. And let me make sure I'm not skipping super chat. Oh, there it is. Wala Yimuna, thank you for the donation. React to Laserpig and his video on the Black Agnes and the Second War of Scottish Independence. I'll look it up. I always appreciate suggestions on videos to react to, because, I've been reacting a lot to History Hit. I've been reacting to Wired. I wanted to react to Insider. I'll try once, but I don't know if they're gonna copy claim it. I actually filmed a full reaction to Joe Rogan, but right now it's blocked. And I did an appeal. I don't think Joe Rogan should have a problem with that. I think he's like pro freedom of speech guy, right? But up to now, he hasn't reviewed it yet, so it's blocked. I can't. It got completely claimed, and I have to wait for him to. It was extremely transformative. I'm talking, like, I watched probably half an hour, but turned into an hour and a half reaction. So it's extremely. I added almost an hour of content myself, but at the moment it's blocked. So I'm just waiting for it. And AC, thank you for the donation. Been a Metatron fan for 10 years. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Goodness gracious, that is dedication, my friend. And Ronin VL, thank you for the $5. Merry Christmas from Noi Eiko and Kaya. More power to you. I appreciate that. And Shumik, thank you for the $5. Merry Christmas, Metatron. It's Christmas Day for me. Having a carefree day, painting some Warhammer. That's the way to do it. Right, people over at Twitch, do you guys like Warhammer Fantasy? Hope everything is well for you. Thank you so much. Do I live in Italy? No, I moved to the US 3 years ago. So I live in America. I have a green card. Okay, so I'm almost up to date with the chats. I need to read the one from The Killing Duck. Thank you for the donation. Loved your video on Dequitem. Dequitem is great. That guy's amazing. I've been trying to post on your channel for 3-4 days about them. Been watching for 8+ years. Just subbed on Patreon as well. Fantastic. I would love to see you Dequitem fight, especially Knights versus Non-Abadhima Master. Yeah, that would be great. I'll keep watching him 100%. And thank you so much for the support, by the way. Really appreciate it. Let's see. You've never really been one for television, to be honest, but I assume the reference was an accurate one, says the drumstick. Let's see. I like that one, Sir Dude. Some say luck is a mixture of talent and opportunity. Why not? They call me Tobias. Never played Warhammer. I grew up during the Satanic Panic, so I'm way behind tabletop RPGs. I see. I don't think I've ever seen that back home. However, yeah, Warhammer is good. I like old school rules. I don't know what they're doing with the new edition right now. I haven't checked it, but the old world. But yeah, I used to play 8th edition. I mean, I started in 5th, to be honest. I started in 5th edition, but I liked 8th. 7th was cool, but some things were a bit OP in 7th, to be honest. Otto von Bismarck bought a friend a Warhammer box for Christmas, waiting to meet him to give it to him. What army? My main is High Elves, but second would be Bretonia. I have a beautiful Bretonian army. I think even though my main is the elves, I have to begrudgingly admit that my Bretonian army looks so much better when I field it. Like every single knight is painted with their own coat of arms. It's insane. It's insane, that army. Maria Teresa, please make a video on wives and daughters of Roman emperors so I can start teaching my 2-year-old daughter about princesses in the Roman... Yeah, that's actually a Roman pie. That's adorable. That's how she says it. It's adorable that your 2-year-old is already speaking about Rome. I see a bright future for her. But yeah, no, sure, absolutely. Why not? That would be fun. For one of my vanilla videos, I suppose. Greg Kral, God bless and Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Same to you. All the best to you and yours and all across your path. Thank you very much. Michigan says America. America. I like America. I like living here, and I'll be honest with you. And what I'm about to say might sound strange to Americans because usually people don't realize the good things they have. They only maybe focus on the negative things sometimes. I guess it depends person by person. But tax-wise, there is a monumental difference between paying taxes in Italy as opposed to paying taxes in the US. And it's so much better here. Not just, even if only for the amount of stuff that I can write off. Yeah, good luck doing that in Italy. Good luck. So yeah, I'm very, very happy to be here. We're a lot more financially successful here. 100%. They call me Tobias says, I'm excited about the Lord of the Rings campaigns. I believe it's called The One Ring. Campaigns? For what? You were wondering how you pronounce Busiate, I think. Corta. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Metatron's OnlyFans when? We're considering my name. It should be Holy Fans rather than OnlyFans. Unless I want to start a metal band, then it should be Metatron. How about that? Cosmin Cristiani, thank you for the $2. Was Jesus a real human being? According to me, yes. If you ask me, I'll tell you yes. And there are plenty, in fact, the majority of historians that agree with that. Of course, there are also people that don't believe in historical Jesus. That's their choice. I can respect that, but I disagree. Warhammer Total War 3 rules. Yeah, Daniel, I own that. I'm going to start playing it a little bit one of these nights. 100%. Yeah, the Metatron. I've got the hair. I've got the heavy metal hair already. Yeah, Daniel, better tax in the USA than Italy. 100%. Italy's insane. I think we've got some of the highest... Holy fans. Yeah, that's a good one. Tax file on Twitch. Yeah. I mean, in Italy, here's the thing. Like, Italy's crazy with taxes. It really is. And we've got some of the highest paid politicians, I think, on the planet. Plus, they don't, like, you can't... Yeah, it's like, it's just insane. But yeah, here it's good because I can write off a lot. And plus, me and my wife, we file our taxes jointly, which gives us a higher bracket, a higher ceiling when it comes to, like, before you switch into the next tax bracket, we have a higher ceiling because of that. And that helps a lot as well, because then, you know, we basically pay less taxes that way. Plus, we can write off stuff, which reduces the amount of basically tax income that can be taxed by the government. And then, and you know, with my kind of job, it's very easy because to write off stuff, because if I use them on videos, if I make video reviews, particularly now that I have a gaming channel, or even the language stuff, if I need whatever I need, you know, if even equipment, and I can write off a helmet because I use it for my production, and it is what it is. It's a great blessing. It's a great blessing. There is quite a bunch of stuff that I wouldn't buy, and the only reason why I buy it is because I can write it off. Some consoles, for instance, and then I record for games. Yeah. Lopez asks, Metatron, is your real name Raffaello Spaghetti? No, I wish Spaghetti was my surname. Raffaello with 2 F, though. You spell it with double F. Higashi Martial Arts, good to hear here. Thank you for the donation. Yo, Meta, can you say hi to my kids, Ayumi and Kai, who are listening to you live in the car with me? Hello, Ayumi, and hello, Kai. Merry Christmas to you. Lovely names, by the way. Got really cool kids. Hey, even the chat is saying Merry Christmas to Ayumi and Kai. Your kids are famous now. Value added tax in Bulgaria is 20%. 20%. Seriously, Night Percival. My gosh. Sorry, Maximo, if I missed the super chat. I'll check. Oh, yeah, here it is. Thank you for the super chat. How close do you think we are to the tribulation? So are you talking religiously? Like, I might need a little more context, but you don't have to super chat it. Like, it's not me trying to get more super chats. If you can write it as a regular chat, but I need to know exactly what you mean. I haven't played Man O' Lord, Sir Dudeman. Oh, you're over there. Well, hey, Sir Dudeman is everywhere. Sir Dudeman is everywhere. Very cool. The Drumstick Empire, holy fans, my master. That's great. Yeah, it's funny. Do I still wear armor under your clothes when you go out? Not all the time. Sometimes I do, but I am actually upgrading to actual vests. Have I played? No, I haven't played Man O' Lord. No, you asked me on both. Not yet, but I'm very interested in that game. There we go. If I get it before the end of the year, I can write it off for this year's tax return, and so 2025, and I'll do that. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. You used to watch a lot of TV, but in the last few years, you barely watch it at all. I stopped watching TV a long time ago. Like, YouTube and streamers have become the way I consume, like the way I got my entertainment. It's mostly that. I don't really watch TV anymore. I don't know. It's just, I think there is more choice. It's more customizable, if you will. Thank you, Katie, cool lady, for the Merry Christmas wishes. Same to you. Rich C asks me, how do you pronounce this name in Italian? You pronounce it Felice. 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 And of course, it means happy. Maximo says yes, religiously. But no, I get it. But do you mean like what, the second coming of Christ? Is that what you're by tribulation exactly? I need to know what you mean. Let's see. And I mean, no one knows, so I wouldn't know. Most likely my answer is going to be I don't know, by the way. What's an Italian food I don't like, says Negano. I don't eat fish. So anything, the only exception being tuna. So anything that involves fish, which there is a lot, particularly where I'm from in Sicily, being an island, or in Sardinia, for instance, a lot of fish-based dishes, and I don't eat any of that. Or like, and even worse than fish, I imagine, would be calamari, which is an Italian word, by the way. Sophisticated says Christ is king. I agree. Christ is king. Thank you, Sam Whiskey, for the donation. Are you in America because of the Explorer America? No, I'm in America because I married an American, my friend. Yeah, TV is a bit blah. I agree, Greg. Blah. It's how you describe it. Absolutely. What's my favorite Total War game, says Leonid. Yeah, either if it's the fantasy, if we're talking about fantasy, it's going to be the Warhammer ones. Probably that's my favorite. But then if we remove fantasy for a moment, it's going to be Total War. Rome, Total War. Yeah, someone said Bulgaria. Yeah. Tax file. Double agent. Sir Dudeman is a double agent. He is a double agent. Cool. It's a tabletop RPG based off on the Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's cool. They call me Tobias. There used to be one back in the day. It was called Gersa, I think. Gersa. I don't know. I remember like a tabletop role-playing game based on the Lord of the Rings existed back in the 90s. It's probably a different one. Yes, Drumstick Empire, Rome Total War. Even the first one, to be honest, we don't even need to play the second. Even the first one was great. Sometimes the units go nuts, particularly on the second one when it comes to the pathfinding and they start walking around in circles. I don't know if they patched that, but in the first one I don't remember that, and it's fun because I remember when I was a student at university, then I would go back home to Sicily. Then my friend Giuseppe would come over. Now he moves to Milan. He also got married. Most of us got married. Anyways, he would come to my place. We spend the whole night and we played until 5 in the morning. Total War, Rome Total War. I would play the Romans, he would play the Greeks, and we would play all night, like one after another after another. It was insane until we were spent and we had to just go to bed. Good times. It's either that or Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Yeah. Hello, Eras89 from Avellino. I know, near Naples. Yeah, I've been to Avellino. I had a friend from Avellino. I actually visited him once. So I have been to Avellino once. So yeah. Nah, I don't like calamari. You can keep them. They're freaking aliens underwater. That's what they look like. Did you see the ones that actually glow in the dark blue? Well, those are kind of cool, actually. They're in Japan. Yeah, TT means tabletop in RPG, Duxfile. TT RPG is tabletop RPG. Merry Christmas, Neck Long. Good to have you here. I used to play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 so much. Me too, but I started with 1. I started with 1 for a very brief period, then we on DOS. Then my friend bought a 386 or a 486 computer. And he got Heroes 3, and we started playing crazy. Then I bought Heroes 2. We played a lot of Heroes 2, and then we graduated to 3. 4 was okay, but never one of my favorite. Like, I don't hate it. A unicorn became a member, and he or she, I can't see, spammed all the all the helmets. It's cool, have fun. Manolord is awesome. I'll have to try it, Zane. Thank you, Siaba, for gifting 5 Metatron memberships. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Lord Metatron from Western Australia. I spent Christmas Eve watching Die Hard, says Zane. You know, I've been watching a lot of creators and I'm finding out they're from Australia every time. Or some are Kiwi as well. By the way, two completely different accents. I don't know how people get them confused. Like, literally, completely different. It's Australians and anyways, I've been watching... Modern Vintage Gamer. I really like him a lot. And then I watched, which I was so amazed because in his recent video he was talking about his goals for next year and how this year has been going for him. And he's an extremely successful YouTuber. Like, he has a little less subscribers than me, but every video of his gets between 200,000 to like 500,000 views. So he gets a lot of views. But he shared his total amount of views generated in 2024. And I get a lot more views than him. And I was like, how is that possible? And the reality of fact is, as I had expected, daily upload. That's what daily upload does. You upload daily, even if each upload gets less views, because I post so much, the system spams my content around even from the back catalog. And so I end up getting more views, even though I'll be honest with you, because I'm honest, I think he would deserve twice the views I get, maybe 3 times. He's really good. He's really good. But it was fascinating. Whenever creators are transparent with their data and analytic stuff, I immediately screenshot everything because it's really good for me to look at YouTube content creation from the perspective of someone else that has a large platform, because I can reevaluate. It's like giving me a different perspective to look back at my own analytics, because to me, my analytics, it's normal, but I don't know that until I actually have something to compare it with. But yeah, I've been watching quite a few. I have to say, I really like... The other day, I was doing a React video for the third channel, and the creator is a Kiwi, and I had to stop myself because I kept repeating everything, just because I like it, but I thought this is gonna get annoying for the viewers, because he would say like the numbers, he would say number 10, and I would repeat it 10, and then instead of edit, he would say eat it, and I would repeat it every time, and I'm like, I gotta stop. I need to stop. Hey, Arn Coates barely posts anything, but his content is also great, says Sir Dudon. Yeah, I know him. He's fantastic. Actually, he taught me a few things. We had a couple of events where he would, in chat or little discussions, where he would just teach me. I would just ask him questions about medieval knights, and he would just teach me. He, Patreon supporter of mine. He's fantastic. I used to be an adventurer like you, then I took an arrow. An arrow to the knee? Really? You had a 486. My friend had a 286, and then his dad bought something and gave him his 486. So I have a lot of memories. We used to play Prince of Persia 2 on his 486. It was really good. You have over 2,000 hours in Rome Total War, Drumstick Empire. That's insane. I don't think I have 2,000 hours on anything. The maximum I have is 1,000 hours in, I think, Conan Exile. My message blocked. No one. I didn't block it. So if it got blocked, the drumstick, it was Twitch for some reasons blocked it. I don't know why. Sorry about that. Thank you, Ryan O'Malley, for the €2 donation. No like, Shona Daoibne. I don't know what that means, but thank you. And the Killing Duck, thank you for the donation. Very, very generous. Appreciate the generosity. Metatron was the most abstract piece of Roman history that very few people know about. Also, please read my previous super chat. Much love. I will, absolutely. I'll check it out in a second, and then I'll think about it. Abstract. It's kind of, I would have to know exactly what you mean by abstract, but a piece of Roman history that very few people know about. Did you know about, since it's Christmas, I don't know if you know about this, but did you imagine you know about Posca, the drink that Roman legionaries would normally drink, which is basically diluted vinegar. So they would get a certain amount of water, which we don't know the percentage, probably varied, and then they would add wine vinegar, probably red, and then they would, to kind of give it a little flavor. So posca is what it's called in the sources. It's just basically water with a bit of vinegar, which they liked. It was refreshing to them. And I believe that when in the Gospels it talks about, Jesus being thirsty, and then the legionary takes a sponge, puts it into wine, because there happened to be an amphora with some, not wine, vinegar. There was an amphora with a jar with vinegar, and the soldier puts the sponge in the vinegar and gives it to Jesus to the mouth, right? I've always been taught, I think incorrectly, oh, look, Jesus is thirsty and the Roman soldier is taunting him. No, I don't think so. That's a modern perspective, because we are used to drinking freaking Coke and Fanta. But in my opinion, it was an act of compassion, because Roman legionaries drank vinegar. That's why there was a jar of vinegar nearby. There was a legion installed in that area. And I think he just gave him his own drink. So the idea would be, oh, he's thirsty, give him something, I don't know, some water. And probably the legionaries thought, no, come on, give him some posca. That's how I interpret it. I'm not saying that it's absolutely correct, but that's how I see it when you look at it from the perspective of the Romans. Any more research on the biblical flood, asks Constellation Pegasus. Thank you for the donation. Yes, I'm working on that video and I will post it. It's just that it's taking a little longer to produce, but I am working on it 100%. It will happen. It's my next Bible episode. Yeah. Will I do a KCD historical review, asks Knight Percival. I'll do, yes, 100%. And then I'll do a full-on stream. I'll stream it and play it. Wow, Metron must be older than he looks, talking about 386 and 486. Oh yeah, I'm 43 almost. So I've played through the entire thing. Every system. I played it all. Okay, let me see that super chat that I forgot, and then I'll check Twitch again a little bit. So I was looking for the Killing Ducks chat. So let's do that very quickly. One moment, please. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. Oh, also, while I'm at it, Mateus Professor Barbado, thank you for the donation. Merry Christmas from Brazil. I love Brazil. I'm a Brazilian history teacher, and I really appreciate your work. Keep doing it. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. So thank you. And any more research? Yes, I've read that one. Let's see. Oh, I found it. The Killing Duck, thank you. By trying to post, I mean that my comments keep vanishing. Really, I did comment on your pinned Patreon post because every single comment were getting deleted on YouTube requesting you to look at the deck with them. Okay, thank you. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It could be if you put links, that's what did it. Because the system tends to do that. If they see that you put too many links, that's why I always tell my subscribers, don't put links, just give me the title and the name of the channel, then I'll go check it out. It's possible that if you used too many links, that the system considered you a bot. And that's why your comments are disappearing. Because I don't touch comments. It's very rare that I remove comments, extremely rare. It very occasionally happens when it's like someone who continues to insult me or maybe writes stuff that I don't think it should be there. I'll remove it. But as you know, I'm a massive pro freedom of speech guy. So it really, my threshold is very low when it comes to that. It needs to be like something extremely toxic, or like, I don't know, if they're insulting my wife, I'll take it off. But that's just me being protective of my wife, that kind of stuff. But at the end of, or it's like if they write, one thing that I will always remember from, from all my platforms is, blasphemy. So that one I remove, but everything else I usually leave it. Okay, let me see. So thank you for the Merry Christmas. There's a bunch of more Merry Christmas. DJ Rockford 83, Merry Christmas from England. Thank you so much. Same to you. Let's see. Yeah, almost 43. Yeah, you're doing good. Thank you. Angrin 486 Pentium Intel. Yeah. I thought you were in your early 30s. I appreciate that. Thank you. I might become such if I shave. I don't think I can do it, though. I don't think the wife would appreciate. I have played on a 286. I played. I still have my Amiga 500 over here. But yeah, I started with freaking Pong. Yeah. Andrew Honeycutt, thank you for the $5. Colony Wars was the best game I played on PS1. Never played it. It made the transition to epic storytelling while combining hard gameplay. Have you heard of it? Never heard of it, no. Thank you, Guinness Isaac, for the $2. Merry Christmas, everyone, from Victoria, Australia. Splendid. Thank you. How long did it take me to grow my hair? This length that is now, where is it? Where is it now? Let me check. Let's do a check, a live check for Christmas. Let's see how long we're talking. So this is how long it is right now. If I don't touch it. And I don't know, 6 years, 5, maybe 5. I think 5 years. All right, Twitch, how are we doing? You got financially better over the year? That's nice. We were too poor for a 286. Oh, I understand. A lot of the stuff I played, it was vicariously, in the sense that I would play because my friend had it, my cousin had it. I did get, like, my parents did spoil me a little bit, though, when it comes to systems, at least. Like, I really wanted an NES, and my cousin got one for me, so it was nice. Let's see. I don't know, Daxfile, if that word is forbidden. Maybe, or I'm very new to Twitch, so I haven't got a clue. Daxfile was right. Diagnosticists, nice. I didn't forbid any word manually. No, so dude man. So it's possible that I still haven't done that. So it's possible that it's just built in on Twitch, maybe. Sometimes I'll post stuff twice because chat is very busy. Yeah, twice is fine as long as people don't spam the same thing like in all caps over and over again. That gets a little annoying. I'd love to see a Medieval 3 Total War. Me too. Me too. Marshall M. Kin, hey Metron, what is your opinion on the viability of spear-pointed sling staff? I don't think I've seen one, so I don't really have an opinion. Yeah. This is a question that has always interested me, and I understand this isn't the place to ask. I'm just generally curious, what constitutes blasphemy in Christianity? Whenever you use when you use a swear word in reference to God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, but even Mary, I imagine, at least for Catholics, for sure. Maybe for Protestants, no, with Mary, but in general, I would say, yeah. And then basically that's what I would call, yeah, blasphemy, probably. But then some people kind of increase the definition. So when you say something that is like contrary to biblical teaching, they'll call it blasphemous. It depends on the person at that point, I think. And by the way, just want to clarify, I'm a very proud Christian. I will announce it and stand for it and defend it. But I have nothing against you if you belong to another religion. You're more than welcome. And if you're atheist, I mean, my cousin is fully atheist and we get along very well. So I'm very open-minded when it comes to that. Whatever you are, you're welcome here, and that's your freedom. Thank you, Anthony Shadox, for the Merry Christmas. Appreciate that. Breaking the third commandment, says Anthony, is it Anthony? No, sorry, bitterness. So like taking the name of God in vain. I don't know if that counts as blasphemy though, but it is, of course. Yeah, I personally try not to do it. Just use the term when I feel is appropriate, but it's like we're talking about that. So it's in vain, I think, is when you do it for no reason, like to swear, for instance, or if I hit my foot against a wall, I'm not going to say the name of my Lord, if you know what I mean. I don't do it, but to each his own. Ann Kelly, 007. Hey, got a secret agent here. Thank you for the donation. Merry Christmas from L.I., New York. I don't know what L.I. is. Lie? Appreciate all of your videos. Thank you so much, Ann Kelly. Very much appreciated. Thanks. And The Killing Duck, thank you again for the donation. You've been very generous. That explains so much. Put the links in the pinned Patreon post. Anyways, the Roman professor that was using modern perspective when Roman emperor says no emperor were good because my democracy. Yeah, I was really annoyed with her, to be honest. And I hate, sometimes I think I overreact a little bit. I am aware of that. But it's just one of those things. It's just, there's so much modernist perspective in the interpretation of the ancients that it just annoys me. And so sometimes that's why I get so much exposure to that due to the research I do, the React content I do, that sometimes I get a little defensive. But at the end of the day, it's one of the, I say at the end of the day too much. Anyways, it's just one of those things. Some whiskey, thank you for the donation. Metatron, what are your thoughts on Battle BC? Is that a game, Battle BC? I have no idea what that is. Metatron equals Samson, I imagine. Yeah, I mean, my hair is very biblical, if you think about it. Now I know people are going to quote Paul, but if people quote Paul, I'm going to quote the Old Testament back. In fact, if anything, all the Nazarites and who else? It is very biblical, though. Long hair is a sign of alliance with God. It just is. And it would have been also for the 12 apostles because they belonged to that culture. And so, yeah, at least that's what I think. I should make a dedicated video to that, kind of defend my thesis on that. Paul is a bit different, but he was also a Roman citizen. Let's not forget that. Thank you, Teardrops on My Fallen, for the donation. Hey, Metatron, have you seen the works of Bart Ehrman on the historical Jesus? Would be fun to see you react to it. I have not seen it. So thank you for that. I'll absolutely do that. I'll check it out. 100%. Thanks. How do I learn accurate classical Latin, asks Flash Fiction Tales. I would suggest to subscribe to the channel Polymathy, run by my friend Luc Ranieri. He's fantastic. He's the guy I ask whenever I don't know something about classical Latin. I'll ask him. Same for ancient Greek. Lady Nagan's Armpit, thank you for the donation. How do you think history differs in methodology compared to the natural sciences? Do you agree with the modern view that anything can be science? I do think anything can be science, although then again, I'm now responding to this statement at face value, so I don't know if there is any background or any specific case that I may not agree, but as a general statement, I don't see any problems with it. How does it differ in methodology to natural sciences? I suppose that maybe natural sciences, I could be wrong, but I suppose maybe natural science is a bit more connected to, maybe it's more about you need all of the evidence before you can make a statement. History is very heavily based on evidence, but you have to fill in the gaps with interpretative analysis. I don't know how much interpretative analysis you can do with natural sciences, but I'm not a professional, so I imagine you would teach me that. You would tell me. Thank you, Airin Iregon, for the donation. Merry Christmas, same to you. Hubs and I enjoy your content. Thank you. Say hello to your husband. He's of Sicilian ancestry, and he loved the pasta content and also thought it was sacrilege. Yeah, the Bolognese one. We play Final Fantasy 14. Do you play any Square Enix games? I do play Final Fantasy. I used to play Final Fantasy 14, and I had two characters. My main is a dragoon, and my second character was a tank. Just in case, just for those times in which a party really needed a tank and there was no one available. So I leveled up a tank for it. But I'm a Dragoon player. Do I play any other Square Enix? Well, I played most Final Fantasies, including the very old ones, although my favorite Final Fantasy would be Final Fantasy Tactics. I still have an original over there, played on the original system, PlayStation connected to an CRT television. And then, but story-wise, the Final Fantasy that really spoke to me the most was 10, because I loved the whole story between Tidus and Yuna. So yeah, but Square Enix, I'm a huge fan. Gene Sewell, thank you for the donation. I have another YouTube channel about the Roman Empire and I want to be fact-checked. What's the best way to contact you? My Metatron sponsor email, you'll find it over in my contacts. Feel free to send me an email there. Again, if you put links, we don't click them. So just give me the name of the channel in the email and we'll absolutely have a look at it. 100%. And then I'll respond back via email. Particularly if there is a specific video you want us to have a look at, we will. It might take some time though, because I mean, right now, a lot of the team is going to have Christmas holidays. So it's just, they still help, but not as much. Troll selector. Is your long hair a sign of your alliance with God or with the metal gods? Both. But I appreciate you spelled with a capital letter the first one. Hey Metatron, what is your favorite sword? Asks Moshelmkin over at Twitch. Favorite sword would be a generic late 13th century, early 14th century arming sword, spada di lato, single-handed, one-handed, or maybe like a late 15th century stocco, so like a tuck, and yeah, but the ones that are like very triangular. I have to try and order, because they make one that looks exactly like I wanted. In fact, I could show you over at, what is it called? Not Albion Swords. Give me one moment and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me catch up with chat again, and then we'll, you know what? Why don't we put them? Boom. So you can look at some pretty, yeah, that's something I really like. Or that one. Man, Albion swords are great. So while I catch up with chat, you can see some swords. Let me see. The drumstick says, I was mostly asking because I know Christians who have called me blasphemous as a result of my non-Christian faith. Yeah, no, I wouldn't call you blasphemous at all. Good to know you're more accepting. 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, I think the Christians that get to be too toxic, they are not helping. Because if you, as a non-Christian, whether it be atheist, whether it be a pagan, whether you be whatever the heck, even if you are worshipping the Norse gods for all I care, or you're a Buddhist or you're a Muslim, and you encounter a Christian and they are extremely toxic while you are being nice to them, and they attack you, they tell you you'll burn in hell, you're not going to be interested in finding out anything about Christianity. So it's not good from a preaching perspective, even from the perspective of Christians. So that's why I think Christians should be condemned sin. Sure, if someone asks me, is this a sin to you according to your faith, I'll say yes, I will, but don't hate the sinner. And so that's why I really dislike it when you have that side of Christianity. Like, I'm not gonna jeopardize my beliefs. I'm not going to change my beliefs because they offend people. No, that's what I believe. I believe Jesus is king. I believe he's the only way back to God, and that's my belief. But if someone is, I'll be nice to you, because why wouldn't I be? First of all, I think I'm a nice person anyways. But I really think that the people that are like, oh, I'm a Christian and because there are people like that, they are terrible. They are terrible. and they really don't help. They really don't. I honestly think when Jesus was saying, not everyone who calls me Lord will inherit the kingdom of heaven, I think he was talking about them, the people that are extremely toxic. Yeah. You're welcome, Drumstick Empire, absolutely. So Dude the Man says, I'm an atheist, but I'd love to be proven wrong. And generally speaking, I usually like people of faith as long as they're not fanatics who try to force me into anything. Yeah, no, sure. Yeah, mutual. Same. I think the only atheists that annoy me are the extremely militant ones. The ones that will, like when I make a video and it's a video about one of my videos about the Bible, which by the way are secular in nature. I don't talk doctrine on those videos out of respect. It's like a video about linguistic matters, cultural matters, and talking a little bit about the history. So yeah, I'll just do that. And yet there will be those militant atheists that will come there and they will say stuff, oh, it doesn't exist, it's all nonsense, blah, and they'll do that. And those piss me off. Like, I'll be honest with you, they piss me off, because at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm not coming to you, but maybe sometimes they might do it because they were mistreated by other Christians. I don't know the background there. So that's why I try not to get like angry in the comments, where occasionally I slip up. I'm only human, but it was actually funny seeing how some people were reading some of my contents and I was keeping very civilized, and people were calling me, oh, Metatron is a monk in morphine. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, the reason why I try to be patient with people in the comments is because, once again, I don't know what's going on. Like when I'm not trauma dumping. Okay. I'm just going to say this for 5 seconds and then I'll move back to happy topics. But when I lost my mom, I was very defensive and I tended more to get angry for no reason. And I got over it pretty quickly, and so I'm back to normal, but I don't know what's going on in the background of the people that write comments. So if someone is writing a comment, they're being extremely toxic, who knows what happened to them? So that's why I try, when I can, I'm still a hot-blooded Italian, but when I can, I try to be, I don't know what's behind it, so whatever. Let's see. What else have we got over here? Merry Christmas to everyone. Well, from Alabama, says Eggman Rocks. I love your name. Rocks Cultures. Thank you for that. I've been to Alabama 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I've been to Alabama 5 times. Yeah. I'm just double checking the super chats again because, want to be respectful to people. Thank you, Luigi97, for the donation. Feliz Navidad, Metatron. Second favorite national anthem made by Italy's Ferraris. First one is El Salvador. Sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate that. No problem, Buffer Main. It's the way of life, isn't it? But I appreciate the condolences. Let's see. ABCDEFG asks, are Spartans gay? Well, not the entirety of the population, so they wouldn't have reproduced, would they? But yeah, some people would have been, yes, but it's always like that. I think there is always a minority of people that are same-sex attracted. Probably you could go back to prehistorical period and still find people that are, I believe it happens in the animal kingdom too. So it's just, the answer is always going to be yes, there will be some. But this idea that like, oh, this was like that professor that said, oh, this was the greatest gay army. And I'm like, how would you still? And then in the records we are told about their wives. Yeah, maybe a few of them would have been gay. A few gay, then again, not in the modern sense, in context, which is very different. They wouldn't. I think a person from classical antiquity who would be same-sex attracted or more like a bisexual, they still wouldn't identify as such. It's a different perspective. And that's the way I usually talk about it. Like if someone asks me about my friend Gennaro, he actually appeared on stream a couple of times with me. He lives in London, and he's not my gay friend or my bisexual friend. He's my friend. And then if it happens that someone asks, hi, you can come here, I will say, well, he's my friend and he is bisexual. It's how he is, not what he is. At least that's how I approach it personally. Hi, come here. The wife is here for Christmas.
Hi,
Look at this present. Look at this present. You need to lower it a little bit.
What present?
You are the present.
Oh my goodness! No, you're the present.
So let me 1 second, because I'm on now. I'm on full screen. Hi, the wife is here.
Hello, everybody. Hi, chat. Hi,
Hello.
Twitch chat and YouTube chat.
Welcome, Kenzie, says Sir Dude Man.
Hi, Sir Dude Man.
He's a double agent. He's on both streams.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Merry Christmas, everybody. If you celebrate, if you don't, then happy. What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is the 25th.
I know, but the day. Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy day of Warden, who's Odin at that point.
I hope you have a great day regardless.
Yeah. So let me see. You've got a couple of super chats over here.
Oh my
so
goodness,
making
guys,
sure.
thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate
So
that.
generous.
Yeah, and they know it's all gonna go into nerdy stuff, like games and helmets and that kind of stuff. Genshin Impact. She's really into Genshin
Guys,
Impact.
I don't know. I've been really. Can they hear me? I hope I'm not talking too loud.
No. Yeah, of course they can hear you. Yeah. Wifatron,
Wife, but hell yeah.
the meta wife.
No, I've been like super into Genshin because I know it's been out for a long time, but there's like so much content now.
Yeah.
That I'm not gonna be bored for a very long time.
I need to start playing it again.
They have this. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine. Go ahead.
They have this character that's like well, I'm not sure how new he is, but he's on the banners and it's called like Nouvelette, and he's like apparently one of the biggest DPS characters.
Yeah.
And I think he's so cool.
Absolutely. The traveler asks a random question: Viking sword or rapier? Rapier. Although then again, Viking swords are great. Chimney366, thank you for the £20. Very generous of you.
Thank you so much.
Buon Natale, gaudete. Thanks for all your fascinating work. Appreciate. Thank you very much for watching.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale. And Buingiatuan, thank you for the donation. Alexander wasn't that great in my opinion. I think it was great, but hey, to each his own. He started as the finish line compared to Caesar, Cao Cao, I think is it first stone, maybe. Napoleon, he charged into battle, which I strongly disagree. Yeah, but I respect that. Like the fact that he charged into battle and fought and spearing down his enemies one by one, I personally respect that. But hey, to each his own, you know. And then he died very young. I think he died at 32. Imagine if he lived until he was 60. Gwyneth Isaac, thank you for the donation. British put apple cider vinegar in chicken water. Oh gosh. I don't know how that sounds. I don't know what to think about that. Sam Whiskey, thank you for the $5. Why does Wikipedia call Julius Caesar a dictator? Because they use the ancient the ancient way of that you use the term, which is fine. It's not the same as saying the Austrian painter was a dictator or Benito Mussolini was a dictator. It's a different way of expressing dictator. I think they mean it in the ancient way, probably. Gladius, says Nicolas Panzella. Let's see. Thank you, Swimmer Pack 40k. God bless you, Metatron, and may the Lord keep you on this special night. Thank you so much. Same to you.
It's very sweet.
Very appreciated. And Luigi 97, I think I read that one.
Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. And Razor Burn, thank you as well. Feliz Navidad. How you say in Italian, you metalhead? We say Buon Natale. Buon Natale. Merry Christmas from Dylan White. Let's see how things
he
are.
Said, how did you pull your wife?
Yeah, it's we met because of the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to watch my how did I pull it? With yokai.
Literally, he had me at yokai.
Yeah, they called me Tobias. Thank you for the subscription over at Twitch. Very appreciated.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me see. Hey, not a problem, Sir Dude Man. Minor emergency. I hope you're doing well. Everything is all right. Asks Duxfile.
Anthony
Cool swords, says Duxfile. Yeah, go ahead.
Anthony Shaddux says, do I speak any other languages? Unfortunately not.
Well, you speak some Italian. You spoke with my dad today in Italian. You did a great job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And before I met Raf, I spoke, okay Spanish because of all of the restaurants that I used to work in. A lot of the kitchen, a lot of the back of the house spoke Spanish. So I kind of would learn a lot of Spanish from the kitchen working at restaurants. So I knew some, but now I know more Italian than I do Spanish.
Yeah, so here we have got, it's fun to learn languages.
Yeah, he does, the traveler, he does have longer hair than me, for sure.
I do have longer hair than her, yes. Yeah, I do actually. And they want to know, let's see, Ponchman says, ask her what she thinks of the new patch.
Like the new patch in
Genshin.
Genshin.
Yeah.
Literally, guys, I started playing 5 days ago.
Yeah, it's really recent,
So
so
it's like I
probably
don't
should
even
have.
know. I didn't know there was a new patch.
She's gonna need her own microphone and she's gonna co-stream. We'll have to organize that. Maybe have some streaming events together.
Oh, I'm not co-streaming. I'm
Also,
about to go.
yeah, but let me light you up because you're gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
So you should have the light, not me. Not me.
No, no. But I'm gonna go. Do you need anything?
Do I need anything? No, I think I'm fine. I've got my water. Maybe a Mountain Dew. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have one up here? Do you?
I have no idea. Nice catch for the wife, bro. Thank you, Raduntain. Appreciate that. She's hot. Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate that.
She's hot. Thank you so much. I think you're hot.
Thank you.
Okay,
It would be cool if Metron translated an Iron Maiden song in classical Latin. Well, Maxwell, you've got it. Second mic, they say. We'll organize it. We'll have some co-streams. Long hair gang and Narcotic Fox. I've had long hair for what, most of my life? I'm trying to think, maybe not most of my life, but I already had long hair when I was 18. Then I cut it because I served in the Navy and I had to cut it short. Then after the Navy, I let it grow again at university. Then I cut it again. Then I let it grow again when I started my channel. I started with kind of medium hair, but then it grew. Then I cut it and it's back again. It seems like there's nothing I can do about it. Like I can cut it, but it comes back. So I don't know, might as well stop. I love that one. Two toots. That's a funny one. Hey, Metron, do a D&D campaign with other YouTubers like Shad. I would love to do that. 100%. Metatron, I think she has a crush on you. You should go for it. That's so funny. Did you hear that?
That I have a crush on you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Should I tell them, guys?
She tell me. Thank you. Appreciate
Okay.
Mountain
Love
Dew
you.
it
Good
is.
night. Bye, Chad. Have a great night and Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Moshelem Kim asks, hey Meta, did you see any combat in the Italian Navy? No, I was just the... mostly what I did is that I was the gate guard at the barracks. That's what I did. I was a gate guard. And it was very boring. I'll tell you that, although I liked the uniform. So yeah. I had different periods of hair length as well. I had long hair again until April. Yeah, it's fun. Absolutely. I remember you playing an elf. Yep, I did that. On what weapon systems were you trained in the Navy? What were we trained on? Believe it or not, most of my firearm experiences happened here in the US with my father-in-law. He says I'm a good shot. Let's see. Any of your academics are experts on the Dark Ages. My lead researcher can extend into the early medieval period all the way up to high Middle Ages is when he's confident. Late Middle Ages is already a little bit outside of his area of expertise, but he always told me something up to the high Middle Ages because he's mostly a classicist. So whenever we do stuff on the Middle Ages, I usually collaborate with other people outside of the team. Yeah. Have you not done D&D? Oh yeah, I played a lot of D&D. I don't like too many hair shampoos for my hair. Yeah, I mean, it takes forever to dry, doesn't it? Ink Benification, thank you for the donation. I think Metatron will probably play Genshin Impact in Mandarin or Japanese. Gosh, how did you know? I actually played it in Mandarin for some time, and then I swapped it to Japanese to practice. That's exactly what I did. Congratulations. Luther, brother Metatron and Meta wife keep being pedantic and fighting for the truth. Also love your appreciation for Final Fantasy X. Have you played 7 Remake Rebirth? Thank you, by the way, for the donation. Very nice. I played 7 Remake, just a little bit the demo when it came out for PS4, so it's been a while. Oh, they put vinegar in chick water for their health. I see, I didn't know that. Cool. Thank you, Nicolas Panzella. We need Metatron Navy story time. I have a video dedicated at Astral, and I even show the pictures of when I was in the Navy. You want to see? I'll show you. I'll show you the pictures when I was in the Navy. Give me 1 second. Wow, 400 concurrent viewers. That's fantastic. So let me do that. Metatron Navy. Let me see if I get to the part. Yeah, there we go. Okay, you ready? You ready to see 18-year-old Metatron in the Navy? Let's go. Top right it is. Boom. Here I am. Look at me. Metatron in the Navy. Yeah, sorry I didn't have a good trigger discipline. But then again, back in the day, trigger discipline wasn't a thing. Or I mean, it wasn't as taught as much. So that's me in the Navy. That's me again, being Donald Duck. Let me see if I have other pictures of me in the Navy. Let's get back to this. And I don't know if I have anything else, to be honest. Is that the only one I show? What a muppet. Because I have more pictures, of course, when I was in the Navy. But yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's it. I think that's the only one that I show. But yeah. Metatron and his T Price, Metatron and his wife actually look happy and good together, which is a great thing. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. You look like you infiltrated a German base. That's funny. What's your favorite hat from the Italian army? The army, I don't know if I have a favorite hat, but I did like the one from the Navy. I was 18. Isn't that crazy? I was 18 right there. Yeah. I know the trigger finger. They didn't teach me. They did not teach me trigger discipline back in the day. But then again, this was... Yeah, I'll check your super chat in a second. The Killing Duck. Raisin Burn, thank you for the donation. Metron, are you into Norwegian black metal? I did hear a few, but I can't think of any. But what I heard was pretty good. Yeah, that's me, Brunch Ricky. That's me when I was 18. So yeah, let's get back to Albion Swords because they're great. Spytron. Dang, that's clean. Yeah. Let's see. Metatron with short hair. Yeah. What year? Oh gosh, it was... 1 second. So, it was year 2000. It was 24 years ago. Yeah. Praise the sun, says Knight Percival. Elizabeth, well guys, he already recommended you all to get married. Yes, I did. Shanna the Red. So what of Charlemagne then? You made a video. I never made a video on Charlemagne. I absolutely should. Thank you for the suggestion. H, thank you for the $5. Do you know of any places that make quality Greek replica armor and weapons? I know of one in Italy, but he's very expensive. And I haven't looked into him, so I don't remember his name because I haven't checked it out. He's on Facebook for a very long time. I'll see if I can find him again. It's kind of difficult, isn't it? A lot of the stuff is just cheap stuff, often made in India. Yes, she's American, Michigan. She's American, my wife. So let's check the other super chats very quickly, and then I'll get back to Twitch. Metatron 007, that's me. Am I even showing you the swords or no? Yeah, I am showing you the swords. Look at that. Let's see. Your wife is beautiful. Thank you, Ann Kelly, for the donation and for saying that. I appreciate. So Andrew Honeycutt says in his donation, so religion hasn't caused the most strife amongst human and the major cause of death besides pathogens. No, I think humans have caused that. It's a bit similar to the discussion about, I think, yeah, you could say, have swords caused? I think it's humans that do that. And in fact, if it is just my opinion, but it is biased. I will admit that it's biased because I'm a religious man. But it is my opinion that whenever religion causes harm, pain, suffering, struggle, then people are going away from what religion is supposed to be. Because if you believe in God and you believe that God is good, then if religion is causing harm, the problem then is what humans are doing with it. I would never blame God for it. And therefore, yeah, religion is when, I think is when is... maybe you could say infiltrated by evil forces. That's one way to look at it. But of course, if you look at it from an atheist perspective, then I understand you don't make that distinction. I do understand that. But then again, so no, I disagree with that statement. but I think you would know that I would. Floyd Magalith, thank you for the $5. Thank you, Metron. Keep up the good work. I will. Thank you. Luigi the 97. I think I read that one. Some whiskey. Yeah, the dictator one. Let me see. I should make more videos on Alexander the Great. The Killing Duck, I found it. I think I read it though. Yeah, the one about the lady. I'm not sure if there is another one that I haven't read. So, yeah. I'm checking very quickly, but I don't know if I can see it. I apologize if there was one more that I missed. Yeah. Yeah, I can't find it. Apologies for that. But feel free to, if it was a question, feel free to write it again. And not as a super chat, of course. Oh, that's a good question, Holbrath. What's the reason for you joining the Italian Navy? The reason was conscription. As 1982 born, I was the last year of people that were forced to serve in either the Navy, the Air Force, or the Army, and it depended on which month you were born. And since I was born in June, I was assigned to the Navy. Yeah, let's check out Twitch. How's Twitch doing? Do you like barbute helmets? I bought an Italian 15th century barbute, so excited. I love them, said Maxus 101. One of my favorite types. I would put barbute as my number 3. Number 1, armet. Number 2, frogmouth. Number 3, barbute. And then again, armet and frogmouth swap depending on which type. But yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Drumstick Empire, 100%. So, dude, man, the comment you read out loud reminded me of a scene from Inglourious Basterds. Yeah, that one is... Yeah, I know you spelled it on purpose. Man, the part where he's speaking it broken Italian, buongiorno. And it's so funny that then the German officer, the SS officer, speaks Italian super fluently. Although I'll tell you, his Italian is correct. Like all the sentences and the words are correct, both grammatically and in the way they're structured. But you can tell the actor doesn't speak Italian. And he just memorized it and then said it. It's funny, but said it extremely fast. The problem is that he doesn't make those natural pauses that native speakers do, because I don't think it distinguishes the words. To him, it's just sounds that he memorized, and then he speaks super fast, and also because it's comedic effect. Of course, I understand that. It's just that sometimes it was difficult for me to understand him, and obviously not because of the speed, but because already he had an accent, like a German accent. And then on top of that, he was speaking so fast with no pauses. And sometimes I had to rewind it a few times, like, what is he on about? And then finally, I found out. Like, I could understand him at the end, of course, but I had to play it a couple of times. You recommend the game Half Sword? Yeah, Janus, actually, I reacted to it yesterday on yesterday's stream on Twitch and Metatron's Protectorate on YouTube. And I will be posting my reaction to the game Half Sword tonight after I'm done with the stream here on the third channel, Metatron's Protectorate. Let's see. So, yeah. So, Dudeman, yeah, I don't know, you were talking to someone else there. Merry Christmas, Metatron. Thank you, Trash09. I appreciate that. Okay, I think I'm up. What's your favorite board game? Says Mode Selector. If Mode Selector 88. Probably June for sci-fi. Such a good board game, the old one. That's one of my favorite board games, but I like Hero Quest as well a lot. I was so excited when they made the remake. Let's see. Maybe he does speak Italian, but the Christopher Waltz, maybe he does speak it fluently, but it doesn't give me that feeling because he speaks it too fast. But then again, maybe then he's just playing his character the way the filmmaker told him to, so then it's not his fault. Perhaps if we walked to a cafe and we spoke Italian, we could communicate perfectly. It's very possible, but I'm just saying you the impression that I got as a native speaker. No problem, Tiger Star. Thank you for joining the stream. See you later. Settlers of Catan is a very basic board game for me in impenification. I prefer board games that are a bit deeper than that usually. So even the Game of Thrones board game was pretty fun. Or I have a lot of board games. They're downstairs, so I can't. Oh no, they're not downstairs. They're over there. They're behind me, but I can't move the camera. I'll just have to do like a showcase of my board games one of these nights. Let's see. You look younger, man. Thank you, Abogado. Appreciate that. Healthy living and vitamin pills. Am I still showing the swords to you? How about we check out some of these swords? Let me just double check that I'm up with the super chat. Jin Sewell, thank you for the donation. I'm planning on traveling all over Italy during the spring for 2 weeks. What's the best way to travel there? How much do the hotels normally cost? Well, the hotels depends. Depends. If you go for 3 stars, not much. Of course, 4 stars, 5 stars, let's spend a lot of money. Usually when I travel with my wife these days, we never go below 4 stars. And that's not because we want to be posh. It's because I'm not, like, when I was in my 20s, you could put me under a freaking bridge. I slept in the worst places ever, and I did not mind one bit. But right now, if I'm traveling with my wife, I want to put her in a nice hotel. But myself too, I enjoy a little bit of luxury. It doesn't have to be like 5 stars plus, and I don't care about that stuff. But I like a nice 4 star, or even a 4 star plus if I can get a deal. So yeah, but it really depends. It really depends. But yeah, 3 star hotels, they can be clean. It depends on the area. They can be nice too. Best way of traveling around, trains. But then they're super slow. So if you can drive, maybe you want to drive around. So yeah. How much is a sword? It depends, but from Albion, we'll look at some prices now in a second. We can have a look. Metatron, yeah. So I think I'm up to date with the super chat. So let's check the swords a little bit. All right, so swords. What are we getting for Christmas? The Squire line is actually quite it's expensive, but it's comparatively inexpensive. They are more affordable. That's what I should say. Yeah. So as you can see, you can buy them for under $1,000. In fact, you can buy some for like $500. It's a lot of money, of course, but compared to the rest of the stuff, and they're pretty good. Let's see what they have for the late 15th. What have they got? Like this. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. It's beautiful. Long sword. Man, Albion is so good. Look at this one. Late 13th century great sword. It's a bit too straight, actually, for my taste. It's quite basic, but it's nice, though. It is nice. Goodness gracious, the quality of that steel. I freaking love it. What else have we got? Look at this one. Maybe I like this one more. Yeah, so far this is my favorite. Look at this. The knightly sword. Gorgeous. Simple. Aesthetic. It has a pommel. This is good. This is really good. And it's type 12. It is a type 12. Indeed. And it weighs 2 pounds, 1.1 kilos. So nice. And it's between $500 and $585. I think it also depends. There are a few variable. It's a decent price. I mean, $500 for this, it's really nice. How sharp are those? You can select the level of sharpness. So you can have them dull, or you could have them mildly sharp. I think some they do offer, I think like almost razor sharp, but depends. I don't really play Magic the Gathering now. I played it a few times though, so I'm not completely, it's not that I don't know anything. I played it a little bit. So this is a sword I would love to buy. 100% from the Squire line. It's lovely. But now let's talk about the Maestro. It's an Italian word. Maestro line. Maestro. Wow, look at this. You know, still not too bad. This one is a bit expensive. How do you like the brown wrapping rather than the black one? How do you like that? Épée de guerre. Épée de guerre. I think it's gorgeous. Look at that. Yeah. Must not spend more money. I know, mate. I know. Thank you, Donald. You're checking out some nice swords for Christmas. Of course we are. Okay. Now, How about, I want to see if I can find the one I really like. Let's have a look at the museum line. Wow. Wow, I see. I look at this one. $1,800. Absolutely not, but absolutely yes at the same time. This is gorgeous. So far, this is my favorite. And I mean, I'm not going to spend $1,800, almost $2,000 probably. Look at that. It comes with the box. Holy moly, this is gorgeous. I like it more when the cross guard looks like this, a little bent. I think it's more aesthetic, or at least aesthetically pleasing to me. And this pommel looks so good. Man, this is a piece of work. This is incredible. But yeah, you're paying for every single detail, aren't you? Gorgeous, though. The Killing Duck, thank you for the donation. Basically, what I said is in the pinned Patreon post. Apologies for mentioning Dequitum so much. Not at all. Not at all. I just will love your input, especially those 2 videos. No, yeah, for sure. I'll check him out. I mean, I've already done a react, so it's going to take a little time. I'll do more reacts of other things. But I'm not against reacting to him again. Also because, I'll be honest with you, that react did really well, view-wise, for me as well. And I'm happy because it means more exposure for him as well. Mutually beneficial. But thank you. Impenification, thank you for the donation. I'm surprised you haven't made a video on Skanderberg yet. His life and accomplishments are miniseries worthy. There is so much stuff, but thank you for the suggestion. I'll absolutely check it as an option. And yeah, there is so many things. Maybe Shad ran a video on some good $200 US dollar swords, a few others from Romance of Men. Romance of Men has got some nice videos too. As are videos, swords. They even have samurai armor, don't they? That looks good, I know. This sword is spectacular. So far, my favorite, Ochre Shop Type 14, appears to be one of my favorite. What else have we got? What about this? What do you think of this one? The Wallace. From the Wallace collection in London, I suppose. Oh, look at this little bit of a wine color. Maybe a cherry brown wine color. My gosh, gorgeous, but the blade proportions, I prefer the other one. I don't know about you. It's a little thick for me. Epée de guerre. Is it French for sword of war? Yes, it is. Burgundy, maybe? Maybe. Albion offers different wrappings. Leather, linen, different colors. Nice. I would, if I could choose, I would have it with a blue wrapping on the handle. What else have we got? The Brescia, this is how you pronounce it, by the way, since we're going into Italian. Brescia Spadona. Brescia Spadona, Mazzoli in Brescia, Italy. Museo Civico, Civic Museum. Man, this, what is this? Gosh, could you imagine stabbing an enemy with that? It's like, it's a long sword. It's, mamma mia. Mamma mia. Why are you doing this to me? $2,500. It's, I gotta pay my mortgage, mate. Can someone tell them that I have a mortgage to pay? And they need to stop with these pictures. That's gorgeous. My favorite is still the other one, though. So at least my taste, maybe it's not as expensive as it could be. Let's have a look at the next generation line. How about that? Love the mayor, me too. I wouldn't trust myself with a sharp sword. I'd take someone else's eye out. Well, yeah, I understand the feeling. You know what's funny? I had a sharp sword. My Elgar was sharp. It wasn't crazy sharp, but it was sharp. And I would like put it on display. And every time someone, anyone, friends, parents, doesn't matter who it is, students, they would come into my room. First thing I would tell them is, careful because the blade is sharp, so don't touch it. First thing they do, touch it. Not that they cut themselves. Like, you can touch a sharp blade as long as you don't run your finger on it. It's gonna be okay. But it's so crazy that you tell people don't touch it. They're like, oh really? And they go like this. Okay, yeah, I mean, I said my piece, so it is what it is. And then I started hanging it a little higher, particularly if it was around children and whatnot. Thank you, Nelly Bean, for enjoying my content. I appreciate that. You love folders. Me too, Janus3003. I don't know why. I just think they look cool. They do, and they help a lot. So thank you. You had Game of Thrones board game for about a year, still in the plastic wrap, just never get around to organize that in a day. I understand that. We used to play a lot more with my wife and friends. Do I speak Hebrew? No. I only use the only Hebrew I know is from some classes that I took at university, but it was specifically biblical Hebrew, and that's the only Hebrew that I like kind of study. It's like Bible related stuff, so I wouldn't know how to order a coffee in modern Hebrew, just to say one. I don't even know if like people like coffee, I imagine. People love defying instructions. Yeah, I know. You can get a digital version of the Game of Thrones board game. Really? Cool. Okay, what have we got here? We're having a great night tonight. Your opinion on The Last Kingdom and accuracy? I don't think it was very... It's been a while since I watched it. Did I make a video about it? Probably not. I don't think it was accurate. But I mean, I can't say it without double checking it. But that could be nice to make a video about. Oh, GeekGirl sent $2, but then deleted. But thank you, GeekGirl. I still appreciate. Not a problem. Oh, yeah, she just retracted the message, but not this. It's not a problem. Thank you, GeekGirl. Appreciate that. I don't know what you said, but it's fine. Let's see. Okay. Why? Oh, we're going into Rome, my friends. Yeah, their gladi are really nice. They're not the best gladi I've seen. I've seen gladi made in Italy by a specific master that look better than this. But I would love to own one of their gladi. Oh, look, they have an Agincourt, Alexandria. Let's check these two gladi. This is a Pompeii, isn't it? I think this is a Pompeii. What are these? Mines, maybe? Hispaniensis? Let's have a look. Yeah, they don't teach me the whole history. Just wanted to know about this. And Alectus. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. It's a simple design, but it's gorgeous. I think it's a Mainz. Is it a Mainz or is it an Hispaniensis? Sometimes I get them confused, believe it or not. And I've reviewed the differences 15 million times. It's just one of those things that doesn't stick. I don't know why. Let's see this. Aquilifer. It's a nice name. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, this is really nice too. In fact, maybe I like this one a bit more. No, maybe I like the other one more, now that I think about it. But yeah, their gladi are nice. It's just that they are almost like $800 for a gladius. It's a lot of money. Agincourt. Wow, you've got to be joking. It comes with the whole scabbard? Does it? I imagine you have to pay for it separately. Man, that's gorgeous. 15th century. Look at that. Look at that beauty. I can already imagine all the guards. Be nice. The Archduke, man, the names. The Baron. I love the names that they give them. Oh, look at this one. The Chevalier. Chevalier. I think the E is closed in Chevalier. I always, yeah, because Richelieu, Chevalier, I think E is closed that way. That's a beauty. That's a work of art. I mean, I like it. It's a little bit over the top, but in a good way. Right? Like, that's nice. Imagine that in your scabbard while you're wearing your mantle with the blue brigandine, which already has all my pins that are in brass, so have a golden color, and then it matches this. Oh my gosh, that would be great. But yeah, that's Albion for you. That is Albion, my friends. What can you do? Albion used to do April Fool jokes. Really? Says Janus. One of my favorite was the tactical katana had a scope. Oh, that's funny. Came in ninja black, of course, and army camo. That's so funny. The Catanus on Albion swords looks stunning. Hey, Meta, swept the cup. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Very aesthetic. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. think tomorrow I'm gonna go live again, to be honest. Merry Christmas, Meta. Thank you so much for the donation, South Perspective. I like your name. I hope everyone has a great Christmas with their family. Greetings from Argentina. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. And Mekon Berlin, thank you for the support, donation. Gwyneth Isaac, same, likewise. Thank you for the donation. Husband saw Wallace Sword in Scotland. Was massive. Oh, yeah. I see what you're talking about, yeah. Metatron and Shard collaboration stream when, says Razorburn. Soon, hopefully. I'd like to actually do some gaming collaboration with Shad apart from like regular content. But could you imagine if me and Shad make a video together and we start being pedantic on the game that we're playing? I think it would be great. I think it would be really cool. Let's see. My favorite Gladius type, asks Chaos Omega. I think mine's Gladius. You prefer maces, boat captain. I love maces. In a lot of games, like if I play Oblivion, I'll choose a mace. I'll choose a mace. In Skyrim, usually too, but it kind of depends. I like the steel mace in both sets. In fact, I made a video a while ago that I thought was a good video, but the algorithm, I think, disagreed. Let me see the views on that video, where I made a crazy analysis because I'm nuts like that. Oblivion versus Skyrim maces. Didn't I make that? Yeah, I did. 4 years ago. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's 50,000 views is a nice amount of views, but in 4 years, it means the video flopped completely. And I thought this video was cool. There I am with my dog 4 years ago. Yeah, there we go. So 4 years ago, my hair was this long. So yeah, that's, I reached the waist in about 4 years, I suppose. But yeah, so let me see. In this video, I thought it was cool because I was looking at how the damage was calculated in Skyrim, all the different weapons and Morrowind. And then I thought it was, yeah, look at that, like the different types of maces. I thought it was a cool video. And how the damage, everything in Oblivion, Skyrim, comparing everything, and the hitboxes, the speed, how long it took. It took some time. Let me tell you that much. Making this video took some time. And that's a cool mace that I still own. I still have it in my collection somewhere here a while ago. Gosh, that's a close shot. I don't know what I was doing with that shot. It was a little close. You know what they actually did wrong? Let me be a little pedantic over myself, but what they did wrong with this is that the flanges on this mace are actually too thin. The original is thicker. So that's the thing. But apart from that, it's not too bad as a replica. Young Metatron, yeah, I know. So yeah, I thought that was a cool video. Full screen. Elder Scroll needs spears, I agree. Don't they have like mods? Valheim, that mace is a beast. In Valheim? Is that a Morning Star? A Morning Star is when you have like you have the spear with the spikes, but it's connected to the shaft. In early D&D systems, they would call a Morning Star when you have a spiked ball connected through a chain to a shaft. But that's a flail. It's actually incorrect. A Morning Star would have it would be connected. So it's a type of mace, really. And that's the similar, like in the early D&D, the longsword, I don't know if in modern D&D is the same, but usually in fantasy, the longsword is one-handed, but that would be an arming sword in reality, and a longsword is always two-handed in real historical terms, if you want to be pedantic about it, which you do. Of course you do. Thank you, the Chaos 1X, for the donation. Would love to see you talk about cross-cultural topics like the samurai that fled Japan, went to Mexico, and joined the revolution. I'm not aware of that story, to be honest, but the idea of cross-cultural topics is like in a comparative analysis is something I enjoy because it is my degree. My degree at university, it's often when people ask me, what was your degree? Sometimes I've said, to simplify it, I said, oh, I have a degree in Asian languages because my major was Japanese and Mandarin, which is why I speak these languages. But it really wasn't. Like, if you look at my degree on the paper, it says Lingue e culture comparate, civiltà e culture comparate, what was it? Anyways, compared cultures and civilizations, languages, cultures, and civilization. So it's different. People that only did languages and linguistic topics. My specific choice of degree was, yes, we studied languages as major, English, Japanese, and Mandarin, but then all the rest of the credits were in history, culture, and literature. So it's that type of stuff. So do I have a specific degree in history? No, because someone who does only history has more credits than the number of credits that I spent in my university career. We did Roman history, we did medieval history, we did all of that, of course. And then as students, we got a special permission to go into the secret archive at the Vatican because we were also studying history. But it's kind of an in-between. So we didn't do as many languages as full-on linguists, and we didn't do as much history as full-on historians, but we did a bit of both. And that's my degree. And so, yeah, the comparative analysis was, well, basically, I am a comparatista. I'm someone who compares stuff in theory, you know, if you want to look at it that way. Yeah. What country is Metatron from? Italy. Sicily, specifically. But yeah. What's the best way to learn Japanese, says Laszlo Ties. There are a lot of ways to learn Japanese these days. In general, I would say there are a lot of resources. In general, I would say that speaking to natives is the best thing always. But before you do that, you might want to create a little bit of a basis. And there are a lot of resources online. Maybe I wouldn't spend too much time on the writing system. Do study the writing system, but don't do only writing system, because I imagine when you say you want to learn Japanese is because you want to be able to speak to natives, engage with them in a communicative manner, and you want to be able to understand them when they speak back to you. So if you spend too much time on kanji, hiragana, and katakana, you'll be great at reading and writing, but you won't be able to understand anything. So I would say do like a 70-30, maybe 70% speaking, learning the grammar, the structure, vocabulary, and then do a 30% on the writing system as well. And that's what I would do, unless you specifically want to become a translator, or you need a Nihongo no Ryoku Shiken, which would be the Japanese language proficiency test for work. Then you have to kind of spend more time into the writing system too. But eventually, maybe after a year of preparation or 2 years of preparation, you have to spend time in the country. You have to, if you want to really learn it. I'm not saying living there for too long, but at least 6 months in the country is necessary. Let's see. Gratish crossby. I had assumed you had a gender studies degree. Yeah, like the Admiral of the new Mass Effect. As a Christian, asks Maximo, do you believe the second coming of Christ is near or far? I believe it's near. But no one knows, really. Let's see. Good to see you, Metatron. Thank you, Sea Smoke. Let's see. Donald Wham says, I'm drunk. Okay, well, don't drive, but you're more than welcome to be here with us. I do like to puzzle with kanji, but kanji's fun. I did reach 2000 kanji when I was like at my peak, living in Japan, doing the tests. Now I'm rusty with my kanji, but I did reach about 2000. So right now, I would have trouble reading newspapers, but I could easily send an email or chat in kanji, no problem. Yeah. Mass Effect 2 is so fun. I agree. I finished that one. I finished 1 and 2, and then I played 3 for a few hours and stopped. I tried Andromeda and dropped it after like an hour or 2. Assassin's Creed Black Flag is a good one, yeah. How do you say pedantic in Italian? Pedantico, maybe? Let me double check it. How do you say pedantic in Italian? No, we don't. Apparently, I just made that one up. How the heck do we say pedantic in Italian? Okay, word reference. Give me a second. It's funny. It's my first language, but pedantic. Let's see. It says pedante. Okay, pignolo. Yeah, pignolo I think is more used. Let me share the screen with you. Sometimes that happens, even if it's your first language. If you don't use it as much, that word, then it will happen. So yeah, we would say pedante, pedante. Oh, so pedante, because I said pedantico. I allowed English to influence my Italian. I think pignolo is the one that we actually use. Yeah. Now let's listen to
Pedantic.
pedantic. Oh, that's fun. Wait a second.
Pedantic.
Pedantic. Pedantic.
Pedantic.
Pedantic. Pedantic.
Pedantic.
Pedantic. Wait.
Pedantic.
Pedantic. U.S. Southern. Wait.
Pedantic.
Pedantic. I don't know if I'm doing it.
Pedantic.
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 Pedantic. Oh, we need to find a good one. Let's do this one. We're gonna have a great time. Let's go. UK.
Water.
Water. Water.
Water.
Water.
Water.
Water. Oh gosh, I mean, I don't think a lot of Americans say it that way, but yeah, some, I guess. Interesting voice actor.
Water.
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 Water. I gotta say that again. Wait.
Water.
Water. Water.
Water.
Water. I'm having a great time with this. A bit too much, in fact. This is great. We might do a water. Oh, that was good. Let me try this one. Well, I promise the last one. It's the last one, and I'll get back to chat. I need to do this one.
Sausage.
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 Sausage. They should add New York sausage. Why am I enjoying that? I could do that for hours. Is that normal, or do I need psychological help? Hey, Monk's Glue, thank you so much for subscribing with your Prime over at Twitch. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. I figure most of your viewers are pedantic. I love when my viewers are pedantic with me. You're like, Metatron, where you said that it actually, yeah, sure, I'll take it. Who cares? You know, some people get salty when someone else is being pedantic, and I get it. If the person who's being pedantic is also being annoying, like actually looking down on you, I get it. But if people are being, like, if someone corrects me and they're like, Metatron, like they did the other night during the stream on Twitch, I was playing, goodness gracious, the Undead, what are they called? Anyways, I was playing the Undead Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and I kept saying necromancy, and people said, no, Metatron, it's necromancy. Great! Fantastic! Why would I get it? Good! Now I know. I improved I know more than I did before the correction occurred, so why do I even care? Now, given, sometimes some people correct me when I'm not wrong. That one, a little bit, depends. Could rub me wrong. Kind of depends how they say it. But when, you know, like, for example, someone corrected me because I said applicable, and they're like, it's applicable. And I'm like, no, it depends. They're both fine. It depends on where you learn it. And the first time I heard that word, I heard it pronounced applicable, but it's fine. It's correct. And if you say applicable, because in your area they say applicable, that sounds correct to me too. But I'm just saying it's not wrong. Technically, then I'm going to be pedantic to the pedantic. We're going to have a double pedantic night. How about that? Merry Christmas. Thank you, Maths. Appreciate that. Yeah. Necropolis. Thank you. Goodness gracious, I couldn't remember that. It's not my favorite faction. My favorite faction is Rampart, but because I play Rampart a lot, lately on stream, I've been trying to play other factions too. Pedantic. Yeah, no, that was funny. Yeah, I used to say necromancy instead of necromancy, probably influenced by my Italianness. We kind of sometimes struggle with the stress of the word. Yeah. Aluminium is how I pronounce it, Sean. I think some people over here say aluminum. Yeah, I say aluminium. Do I speak Danish? No, Justin Cook. I'd love to check it out on my second channel, Metatron's Academy. I've been trying to like put up YouTube tutorials of languages I know nothing about, and I'll just try and mimic. I've done Swahili, I've done Swedish. Like I'm having a great time, and it seems like people are enjoying it. I've done Romanian, so yeah. Water. Yeah, we say acqua in Italian. Acqua. I know it's funny, Brunch Ricky. I really like word reference and doing the accents. I'm going to choose another word in a minute. I'll do it again. It's just great. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Shelley Sands. Appreciate the donation. What do I think of Neapolitan? As a dialect, you mean? As an accent? Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's not too difficult for me to understand. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. But then again, I did my university in Naples, so I was exposed to it quite a bit. I think it can be really funny. You know, Neapolitan can be really funny. Congratulations, Maria. I just read your announcement. I think you said you're pregnant or something. Congratulations. Let me see. Just making sure I didn't miss any chat while I was messing around with word reference like like an imbecile. Let's see. As a rule, I skip comments that are all caps. Just so you know, if you write all caps, I'm not reading it. Let's see. Yeah, let's check out Twitch. How's Twitch doing? Actually, I'm having 30 people on Twitch. It's like my new... I think it's like the highest amount I've ever had. Danish is terrifying. Good luck. I'll check it out 100%. I like a challenge. I do like elves. Yeah, I'm into elves. You should do the accents. Oh, you're right. Let's do that one. Absolutely. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's begin with UK.
Tomato.
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 Tomato. I mean, it's the same accent. Why do they have two for UK and UKRP? Whatever.
Tomato.
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 Tomato. So Yorkshire loses the extended R of tomato in these southern accents.
Tomato.
Tomato. Oh, I can't do that one well. The T is different.
Tomato.
Tomato. Tomato. I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Tomato.
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 Tomato. Tomato.
Tomato.
Tomato. That sounds exactly like my in-laws. Exactly.
Tomato.
Tomato. Thank you, Sailor Motoko, for the subscribing to Twitch with Prime. I really appreciate that. You simply must look up water with a New Jersey accent. I'll have to check that one out. Absolutely. I did post a link to your Twitch on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll have to post a link myself. That's very accurate for a southern US. Yeah, I'm familiar. Half my family speaks like that now. Big Crack Rock, thank you for subscribing with Prime. I really appreciate that. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to play a lot of games on Twitch and Metatron Protectorate as well. Yeah, we're going to do that 100%. You know what? Even tonight, possibly, because whenever I stop the stream here, I'm going to spend a little time with the wife. We usually watch a TV series in the evening, and then every evening, and then after that I might be back online, and I might play some games, possibly. Still haven't decided 100%, but it's possible. We have February KCD2. Yeah, I never really understood the song that says you say tomato, I say tomato, you say potato. Who says potato? It's potato everywhere. I've never heard anyone saying potato. But it is what it is. Maybe someone does and I just don't know. What about half caps? Goodness gracious. You know what happened? It's so weird. One of my editors, I don't know if they were playing a joke with me, but one of my editors in one of my videos, the vanilla stuff, so the origins of, I think it was origins of Praetorians, origins of Shields, the series that I've been posting a lot that people for some reasons are not seeing. Well, not for some reasons, because the algorithm doesn't push it to you guys. And so unfortunately I get people, subscribers, that are like frustrated because they see all of my React content and debunking videos, and then they will type, oh, you never post your own original content anymore. And I'm like, I just made 3 back-to-back: the origins of Shield, the origins of the Latin, the origins of the Navy, Roman Navy, the origins of Praetorians, but these cap at like 30,000 views, which for a channel with almost 1 million subscribers, it means you guys don't even see it. And it's not your fault, it's a system. But it's also frustrating for me because I'm like, I've been doing it. Like, I've been posting these anyways. Apart from that little rant against the system, not against you, one of my editors was like playing a joke with me because they did half caps for the entirety of like the sources that I was reading, and I'm like, why is she doing that? Is that like a joke? And I told her, I'm like, could you type it normally? Although it did look funny. Maybe I should have left it. First time chat, Sailor Motoko, Merry Christmas, Metatron. Thank you so much over at Twitch. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Very cool. Batman Returns for Super Nintendo. I should play that. I should totally. My Oma used to say potato. Really? Wow. I pronounced the water wrong. Apologies. Yeah, I should have said water. Water? Fisherman's daughter? That's what I should have said. What is half caps? Half caps, like the first letter of each word? Yeah. No, it's like one letter is capital, one letter is lowercase. Uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase. That's what it is. Yoshi's Island, I have it. I think I have it in original hardware. Software. Duck Hunt, I have it. Yep. My mother used to say moulignan. That's the Neapolitan word for eggplant slash aubergines. That's moulignan. Moulignan. That's how they say it in Naples. In standard Italian, it's melanzane. And in Sicilian is mirinciane. So melanzane, moulignane, mirinciane, all the same thing. So she must have been from like Naples or something. Are you a religious person? Yes, Jake, I'm a Christian. Yeah, that is half caps, T Price, indeed. Sea Smoke, what games are you looking forward in 2025, Metatron? I know Monster Hunter Wilds is a big one. Not really for me, but for me would be Civ 7. I'm really looking forward to lose my life and sleep in Civ 7. KCD 2, of course. What else? Can't think of any other right now, but I'm sure there are a few. The normal content is lost in my feed among the reaction video. I apologize for that, but at the end of the day, you could click video list and then you'll see the content. Because for me, as I say, the original content does not get the views. I literally could not run this channel financially if I only did vanilla content. So what I did is, listen, I used to make 8 regular videos that are my own original work every month. I keep doing that. And in fact, I stepped it up to 10. I make 10 of my original content, and I fill everything else, all the space, since I post 30 times a month, with React, debunking, commentary, that sort of production. And it really has worked a lot. And I understand that it can be annoying for some of you subscribers, but there are also many of you that love the React content. So at the end of the day, my suggestion to you guys would be, click my video list. I'm going to show you very quickly what I'm talking about. One moment, please. Here we go. So I'm going to share my screen. So really, my suggestion is click videos. And then you go everything and pick what you like. If you're like, I don't like... Yeah, this is, for example, the true origins of the Praetorians. 39,000 views is not bad, but compared to the React content, is actually not very good. And maybe you like this one. What else have we got? Maybe you'll see this one, you're like, no, I don't care about Simon Elliott. It's fine. It's okay. Although it's really funny what he said. Like, this is a really good video, if I say so myself. But whatever. Praetorian, these claims of Roman Empire are absurd. This is my own production. This is not a React video. It's original content. Then, let me see. This is my own original content, not a React video. Challenging Academia. How to make it ethical, my original video. Shield Technology, my original video. You see, there isn't that much, like, yeah, I understand there is a lot of React. This is also my original video. This one too, I'm reading articles. I don't know if that counts as React. I don't think it does, but it depends. My original video as well. So it really, they are there. 100%. This one as well, the origins of the Roman Navy. My review of Gladiator, it's more of a review, so it's not a React. These two are Reacts. So the Reacts are definitely there. True Origins of the Romans, once again, original content. So it really depends. This one too, original content. They are there. This is original content. This is mostly original content. So it's one of those things that unfortunately, but this one did really well, 150,000 views almost. So it really depends on, I think it's a lot easier when you just ditch the whole home screen together. And this is also one of the reasons why I switched to daily content, because if you're a daily uploader, and now I'm a daily uploader on all 3 channels, like I do it on all 3. And what that means is that I don't have to rely on these broken notification from YouTube, and because people know, hey, I'm a little bored now, what can I watch? Oh, Metatron surely has got something new on all 3 channels. So you're interested in languages, check that one. History, check that one. You'll always find a video, and that allows me as a creator to not have to worry about the system not pushing my content. And it's really working. My salary, my YouTube revenue, will be transparent with you. It's 7 times higher. 7 times higher. It really does make a difference when it comes to like being able to pay your mortgage and financial independence and all that kind of stuff. So if you're a creator yourself, I would strongly suggest you to switch to daily upload and try to maintain quantity at the same time as quality, of course, if you can, without going nuts. Question, have you stopped uploading on Odyssey? I think it does it automatically, so I don't think so. I think it still does it. It uploads automatically. Oh yeah, you remember that one, Drumstick Empire? What if the undead were real in the Middle Ages? I did make that video. Unfortunately, it's one of those videos that didn't do well for me, but I should continue regardless. That's actually what the React videos allow me to do. They make the money, so then I can make videos that you and I like. Who cares at that point if they cap at 30,000, 20,000? Even if it caps at 16,000, at that point, I'm just making it as a little project between you and me and whatever. I don't have to worry about, oh, what if it doesn't go viral? What do I do? Type of situation, which can be a little stressful sometimes. Let me see. There is another Big Crack Rock. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime on Twitch. It's very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much for your generosity. Let me show you I'm going to check the YouTube, here, chat, and then I'll show you something. A little bit of behind the scenes tonight. And video on Demiurge will be mind-blowing, Metatron. I agree. That's a pretty cool idea, Mythic 8. You have such good ideas. Noble Ones is insane. Planet Tobor, thank you for the Merry Christmas. And Tuba Gamer, thank you for the super chat. Io Saturnalia, really appreciate your content, and you were a good companion in the background while I wrote my history thesis. Wish you the best. Thank you so much. Same to you, and thank you for the generosity. Planet Tobor TV. And Merry Christmas. God bless you and yours. Same to you. God bless you. Thank you very much. I never played Mountain Blade Bannerlord, Nicholas. Hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. I do want to play. I used to play the old one, of course. Played it a lot, in fact. And I always sucked at it, but it was fun. It was really fun. So double checking the chat. Okay, I think I'm up to date the chat right now. So there we go. Here we are. So let me show you this little bit of behind the scenes. So this is my second channel, Metatron's Academy. 66,000 subscribers and strong. It's growing very fast. I post every day. Some React. A lot of these are React, but usually it's a different type of React because it's a type of React that allows me to add a lot of linguistic experience, but not all of these are React. The ones where you see that I'm holding the headphones, these are me trying these languages. So I post every day here. It's all linguistic content. I've been posting a lot. It's been growing very, very fast. I'm very humbled by how well it's going. I even talk a little bit about Matt versus Japan, before he was kidnapped by the Grey. So it's one of those situations, I suppose. And then I'm going full screen because I want to swap and show you one more behind the scene today. One moment, please. Here I am. So back top right, and this is my third channel, Metatron's Protectorate. I just monetized 8,000 subscribers. I just monetized last week. So things are looking good with this one. I do figures, like collectible. Like here you see Cammy, Street Fighter. I do that kind of stuff. I do a little React, and I do a lot of Let's Plays, and they are very long. I did Valheim, old school, mostly retro gaming and vintage. I must construct additional pylons. Golden Axe, I play really old school games. Look at it, 2 hours and 17 minutes of Path of Exile, an hour of more Baldur's Gate. I unbox all of my systems. In this one I watched an unbox, but I also do my own unboxing. This is an hour and 50 minutes. I played Doom for 41 minutes, and I'm having a blast. Amiga 500, we play, and my whole series of Amiga 500 games will always have this type of thumbnail. I'm hoping to build a brand, so you'll see a little gameplay thumbnail, and then the title of the game and the floppy disk for the Amiga 500. And so there's that. Here, you know, my pickups, I show those, and then I'm making my own games. I'm learning Unreal Engine 5, and I'm thinking of showing that footage. I'll kind of do it together with the community or over streaming. And then, of course, this is my unboxing of the PlayStation 2, Little Heroes of Might and Magic. And what I'm really happy about this is that I'm having such a good time with this channel. Now I'll show you more stuff, more behind the scenes, but before that, I've got a few super chats to read here and regular comments as well. I kind of want to balance it between people that are just regularly commenting and people that are being generous with the super chats. Micah Price, thank you for the $10. Hi Metatron, have you seen any of the articles regarding a Christian amulet found in a Roman grave in Germany dated around 250 BC? Very cool, Merry Christmas. I haven't. I'll totally look into it, read the articles. You know, that's such a good idea. I need to write down notes. One moment, I need to write it down so I don't forget, because I'm a muppet and I forget stuff. So let me open my Word document, because that will be a good video that isn't a React. It's me reading articles and doing a little background check for authenticity. So let me see. Roman grave goods. And it's a Christian amulet found Germany 250 BC, because I'll ask my lead researcher to have a look into it, because that way I can do something else while he does the research. So thank you so much for that. You miss Valheim? Play it. I did my video playing it with the first person mod, which I think really adds so much immersion. It becomes a cozy game. You know, it's your outside is storming like crazy, and you are inside with your little fire, cooking your meat. I love it. It's such a it's my therapy. It's my therapy. You love the language channel Reacts. Thank you, Dusk and Dawn. You've got an awesome channel as well, haven't you? I think you do. It's like Japanese stuff, isn't it? Let me check your channel very quickly. Dusk and Dawn. Let me see, because I see you all the time in the comments. Let me see. Dusk and Dawn. Let's see if I can find you like that. I'll probably have to click it from the chat, because it doesn't appear in the... Oh, let me see. It's capital A, capital D. Does it appear like that? Let me see what the image is. It's a gray image. I'm gonna have to go through this, because I don't find it like this. You can, if you want, you can put a link to your channel. I just hope it doesn't get blocked, but give it a try. If not, I'll check it out offline, and then why not? We can have a look and talk about it. Not a problem. But yeah, I do remember you have a cool channel. Metatron's Protectorate. We saw that one. Let me check a few other... Your reactions to the Bolognese faux pas was glorious, says Tom. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, let me check that super quick. So I'm gonna try one thing very quickly. Apologies if I'm a little slow, trying to click fast, but sometimes I am a little slow. So it's just one of those things. And I misclicked, of course. What did you expect? Of course I misclick stuff. All right, so let me check this very quickly. Yeah, I think I found it. Dusk and Dawn. I don't see comment. I don't see videos, so maybe I thought you had videos, maybe not, but you should start. Start your videos, my friend. Start your videos. Everyone should be on social media these days when it comes to content production, in my opinion. It's such a good thing to do. Okay, let me show you one more thing and then I'll read the chat on Twitch. But I do want to talk about Twitch very briefly. So this is my Twitch, Metatron Gemini. And I want to show you my channel. There we go. And now we don't need double. We don't need double. Thank you. We don't need double. There we go. Stopped it. Good. So yeah, this is my Twitch and it's called Metatron Gemini. Here it is. And we have, how many followers do I even have? I don't know. 2,000 probably. Something like that. 2,092 followers. We achieved a few goals tonight. Thank you so much for everyone over at Twitch. You're great guys. And I stream a lot on my Twitch. So yeah, Metatron Gemini, and now we're just hanging out, but I do a lot of gaming. I will make a video where I actually let people know so that if they want, because I think a lot of people don't know. Puck971, thank you so much for the $5. Love your channel. We went to Florence this September and loved it. I was shocked how good your trains were. Merry Christmas food were great as well. You mean that they weren't late? I'm surprised. I'm really surprised by that. Oh, Tales of Dawn and Dusk might be the guy you were thinking. Probably, yeah. I'll check him out. Totally, because he's pretty cool. You do plan on making content. You should. Very cool. Yeah, I'll check him out one of these days. Tales of Dawn and Dusk. Appreciate that. I do a lot of gaming. Yes, I do. You love my channel. Thank you, RoboSquid. Very much appreciated. Merry Christmas from Brazil. Thank you, Pedro Pontes. Let's see what people are doing over at Twitch. Tomsky, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Very much appreciated. I love making videos in the process of being monetized. Good. Absolutely agree that everyone should be on social media these days. Yeah, I mean, there is so much rubbish and people that really don't deserve it. Like those spoiled brats that make a lot of money and think they're better than other people, but they never worked a day in their life. Those really annoy me. But then there are good people, and maybe they don't try it, but they could succeed, and I think they should. Right? We need to kind of counterbalance it. You should have a miniature painting session on stream once. I'll do it, Sir Jude, man. That's a very good idea. I'll absolutely do it 100%. Let's see. Reacts are great too anyways. Thank you, Sir Maxus. I appreciate that you like them. The Drumstick Empire. I try to keep up with the videos as much as I can. I tend to watch the original ones more often. Thank you. But the React ones show up in my feed so often I feel compelled to watch them to support. You can watch whatever you like, of course. But I appreciate that you like the original content too. I have fun with the React. Like, they are easy to make. I won't lie to you. They are easy to make. Very easy, in fact. But I enjoy them. Like, sometimes, like, I understand that I need to strategize, think, tactics. But it's also nice to make something that you just have fun with. Unless they piss me off. Depends on who I'm reacting to, I guess. Sailor Motoko, this might be wrong, but I heard that if you post without notification, get pushed out more. I have no idea. There are so many rumors and myths when it comes like, oh no, don't do shorts, they'll kill your channel. Or don't leave your lives up. It's a channel killer. But then there is someone like Critical who does leave his lives up, and he makes a lot of extra money from that. So at the end of the day, I really think it's a lot of the stuff is just rumors. Moshelemic, I get all of your videos suggested, including vanilla, not just React videos most of the time recently. That's very good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. Bottle of water, says Sir Toothman. Cool stuff. Rubbish. Daxfile pronounces rubbish. Yeah. Yeah, making videos is fun. I wouldn't change it for anything. I mean, if I had to, I would go back to, I used to do regular jobs. I used to be a waiter, did it for years. I used to be a teacher in school, did it for years. Used to work through the funds of university and research. I did that for a few years. I've done a lot of jobs. I used to paint walls when I was 17. That was a job I did, painting walls with plaster and stuff like that together with my uncle. I've tried a lot of different jobs. So it's not like I wouldn't go back to a regular job. I absolutely would. I'd do anything to provide for my wife, 100%. Like there's no job that I wouldn't do. And I mean, I was paid when I was in the Navy, so that was also a job that I did. The only thing that though is if I get to choose, this is right now the best life ever. This is like a dream job. And now that I can also add the gaming stuff and having fun with that, that's good. It's really, really good. So yeah, if I can continue this, if it doesn't explode everything, but that's also why I expanded so much. I'm on Twitch, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook sometimes. I mean, Facebook is nonsense. Facebook has blocked and censored a lot of my content because they're like, no, your content breaks the rules, and it doesn't, by the way. But then they've got full-on pornography going around, and it's like that doesn't get flagged. It's insane, which actually pisses me off because, I mean, a lot of Facebook users are underaged. So it does annoy me that that type of content doesn't get flagged or at least blocked behind some sort of whatever it is that it should be, like not safe for work type of thing that you get to click. But my content gets blocked. It really annoys me when that happens. It really does. But yeah, I'm on a lot of platforms. I'm on a lot of platforms, and I'm going to continue to do that because you have to do it. You can't keep all your eggs in one basket when it comes to how you make your money. And so that's why I'm on Patreon, and I want to continue to post even more on Patreon. I haven't posted a little bit lately, but I will start posting again. I have a lot of content though, so there is a big back catalog on Patreon for anyone who goes there. I'm not trying to do a plug, but I'm just telling you how it is. There is a lot of back catalog, and it's all neatly organized with hyperlinks for people who go and they have a lot to watch if they join Patreon. But I will continue to do that. Thank you for all the sub gifts, by the way, tonight over at Twitch. You guys have been amazing. And that's another one. It's another platform I want to try and grow. So that if something happens on YouTube or there is some kind of crazy demonetization or they think that what I'm saying is now, we don't like it, so we're going to penalize your monetization. If that happens, well, at least I can keep making money on Patreon. I can keep doing what I need to do. Not because I need to become all this rich, whatever, but because, financial stability. It's important. Merry Christmas, Metatron. Thank you so much. Yeah, there we go. Cool stuff. Yeah, Facebook is like, so dude, man, I get it. Facebook is weird. It's really, really weird. It's really, really weird. Sometimes, yeah, there's stuff that is blatantly racist and actually racist. Because you know me, I roll my eyes so hard when I hear that word being misused. Like people, racist. I'm like, it's not racist. He didn't say anything racist. That's not racist. Stop using that word like that. But sometimes you see stuff that it's actually racist and they do nothing about it. Like after all the talk, blah, 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 and then you don't do it. It is what it is. Yeah. First time chat. Thank you, Ferrus5N4K3. Any ideas, recommendations for Latin pronunciation, audio references, resources, or online courses? A very Merry Christmas to you from the Shire. Thank you so much. I would suggest Luke Ranieri's Patreon. So you could go and check out Polymathy for free stuff. And then if you want to pay, he does a lot of that stuff on Patreon as well. But yeah, Luke Ranieri Polymathy is who I recommend. Scorpio Martianus, in fact, is his channel. Lord Alice on Twitch says, diversify. That's very important with revenue. Indeed, when you do social media, you can do merch, you can write a book, you can kickstart, you can crowdfund projects. I've done that in the past. There are a lot of ways to try and expand. I even posted on TikTok for some time, and it was going well. I got a few videos with a few million views. I hate TikTok. I loathe that platform. But the reason why I started doing it is because I thought, you know what? Because there is so much garbage on TikTok that the youth are exposed to, let me try and do my part to give them some content that might be educational, thought-provoking, and help their critical thinking capabilities, and even educate them, but in a fun way, because I wear the Roman armor, and maybe the kids that are scrolling, they can stop and be like, oh, what is this guy doing in full plate armor? And it worked. I was getting a few million views. I stopped, but maybe I should start doing it again. try to counterbalance it with some quality over there. Not that I'm there are plenty of creators that could do much better job than me, but I'm entertaining because I wear the stuff. And for young users, it's very important, because if you do it like a lecture, you can be the best historian in the world. They're going to get bored and click and go away. You got a few seconds. And I think the fact that you're wearing armor or a frog mouth and you're being silly, but then the information is correct, it's a good way to I think, do something on TikTok that could work. But then again, I don't know if it's going to get banned. What do you guys think about that here in the US? Do you agree with the ban? Do you think it's going against the First Amendment? What do you think? Be interested to know what you think. Merry Christmas, Chris Horizon. Yeah. Let's see. Bennett says, I refuse to use TikTok. I hate it, as I say, but it is there right now. So, although then again, I don't know if it's going to stay. Do you have children, Metron? Not yet, Luis. Eventually. Absolutely. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you, Jackson. 1. How many Sonic games do I have? A lot of Sonic games, RoboSquid. I have the original, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and I've got a few. I think I have a Sonic for Sega Saturn as well. I have a fully functioning system, of course. Cantrell has a very good point. It's true. Over in China, the Chinese version of TikTok, which is called something else, I don't remember what it's called, it is very educational for the youth. Instead, the stuff that they use in the US, it's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I don't think it's a conspiracy theory at this point. I think they're right. Conspiracy theorists are right. It does look like it's made to make the youth stupider. Like all the little dances, and instead in China, they're like studying mathematics, physics, yeah, that's why I was trying to counter it. And I think with my little contribution, I did counter it a little bit. Yeah. Sonic Adventure 2, do I have that? I don't know. Captain Salty says China has infiltrated our communication apparatus at every level. But I think all social media has. So that's the only thing. I am absolutely in favor of banning TikTok for all VIPs. So if you're a general, you and possibly your family shouldn't have access to TikTok. If you are someone that has contacts in even high scientists, probably, like people of importance, 100% they shouldn't have access to TikTok. On the half chance. I don't know if it's a Chinese spy app, but precisely because I don't know. When it comes to the general population, it's a difficult situation because I'm very much for freedom. But what if they are spying? But then again, all social media apps are spying. Our data is constantly sold. So I think they couldn't the Chinese CCP still buy that data from other data brokers anyways? I have no idea. I'm speaking without knowing. So rather than speaking, I'm mostly asking you what you guys think. That's why I'm a little bit in between. I'm like, but I'm pro-freedom. I'm pro-freedom of speech. I'm pro-personal choices. I'm pro-small government. So I don't like the ban. But then on the other side, I'm like, yeah, but what if they are right and it is? They are actually spying to accumulate data to use it against the American citizen. At that point, should the government defend? It's a difficult topic because I don't have as a regular citizen, non-military, I don't have all the data. And so it's difficult for me. It's very much if. That's how I approach it. And that's what's difficult for me to decide. I don't know. It's one of those things. But we'll see. I do think, George Hiller, you have a very good point too. Something needs to be done about our general data and, in fact, privacy. Or privacy. It really should be protected. And that's one of the things that I agree with Mutaha over Some Ordinary Gamers. He always speaks about privacy. And I agree. It's important. It's a difficult situation. It's one of those like, I don't know, gosh, it's a gray area. It is a gray area. Mode Selector, good to see you here. Thank you for the donation. Sto facendo un piano per viaggiare in Sicilia. Ho sentito che Agrigento è fantastica because Agrigento is a city, so cities are always, well, not always feminine, but often feminine. Ma che cos'altro dovrei fare? Okay, you're going to Sicily. I'll help you out. I'll help you out, Mode. So do send me a message on maybe on Discord, and or Facebook if you prefer, and then I can tell you where to go in Sicily 100%. Agrigento is gorgeous. The Valley of Temples is gorgeous, but there are other areas. It's very touristic, so I would go, but there are other areas like Selinunte, Segesta that are also gorgeous, but they are less known, and they are pretty easy to reach. Depending on when you go, I can see if a cousin of mine can take you. Just don't disrespect them, though. My Sicilian cousins, you have to be very respectful. I'm joking. But I'll see if I can help you out. You should visit Davide. Oh, yes, Teddy, I did play Dark Souls. I played all Dark Souls. I started with Demon Souls, the original, and then I played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. I never finished a Dark Souls, though. 2, 3. I love 2. I don't care if you disagree. I love Dark Souls 2. And 3, played 3 a little bit. I played, data brokers should pay us each time they sell our data. Yeah, or they should be stopped because people should know. Thank you, Titus Flavius Vespasianus. Appreciate your name. Yeah. Citizens should own their own data. I agree with that sentiment. I'm still not an American citizen. I will be eventually. I'm studying to become one, and then apply. I will become an American citizen, I hope, at one point. I think I will. But I always think citizens first. I'm not a citizen. I'm an alien. I am an alien, technically, and I like it. I like being called an alien. So if anyone thinks it's not politically correct, it's disrespectful towards immigrants, I'm an immigrant, and I want to be called an alien. So there is that. But anyways, since I'm an alien from Orion, I'm a legal resident of the United States, and I'm not a citizen. I say citizens first. Every time. Yeah, I did hear T-Price. I'm not going to read the PDF file word because I don't want to have problems with the system here, which is another thing we should talk about, how stupid YouTube censorship is when it comes to the words you can use, even in a historical context, but whatever. You say TikTok is like 80% PDF file. I don't think 80%, but yes, there are people that are using it in that sense, and it's really disgraceful. It is disgraceful. They need to do something for the safety of our kids. I'm telling you, whenever I'm going to have kids, we're going to have strict rules when it comes to social media usage. We will have strict rules. I'm not going to make it like, oh, you can't do it, because then the kids will do it because you're prohibiting it. But there will be rules. Absolutely. And I'm going to check it. I'm going to make sure that my kids, like, who are you talking to? Who are you interacting with? Don't talk to people as strangers and you don't know them online, all that kind of stuff. Jay, thank you for the donation. Merry Christmas, and thank you for your stellar videos. I found your channel as I love ancient history, in particular Roman, and your point of view is very needed. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. LOL, I'm always posting the Metron stuff on my Facebook. Thank you, T-Price. Appreciate. Mr. Plezitz, $10. Thank you. I like the React videos. Shows whose content I can trust and shows me content I might have missed, like Dequitem. Thank you very much. I'm glad that you like it. And Dirk, $10. Thank you for the donation. What is your opinion on the Ichtiz wheel and it being one of the earliest secret Christian symbols? I'm not aware of it. I actually had a necklace made of it, but sometimes question historical religious accuracy. I'm not aware of it, so I wouldn't be able to know. I would have to ask my classicist specialist. You know, the team that doesn't exist, the figment of my imagination. Jack Ray, $5. Thank you for the Merry Christmas. And Shelly is a nice name. Werner, thank you for the support. Merry Christmas, and thank you for your content. Absolutely. Thank you for your support. Very much appreciated. So I think I'm up to those. It's really funny when I love it when my haters and detractors inadvertently commend me when they want to insult me. but in reality they're actually commending me. Because if you really think about it, here is the gotcha. I'm gonna own all of them. Whenever they make these videos where they laugh and they say, Metatron and his team of academics, his historians, his astronaut. Yeah, okay, in your head, mate, you don't have these people behind the scenes. Come on, stop it. I love it, because are you telling me that you think that everything I do on all of my channels is just my production and my research? You think I'm that capable? Thank you. I appreciate you think I'm that, because honestly, it's a compliment. It is a compliment. They don't realize that, because half of them have the average IQ of Denis Oven. But the people that don't, they don't understand it. They're actually they're complimenting me. Or they think they're a figment of my imagination, which, I mean, could you imagine that? It would be hilarious, though, if one day I'm like sitting down with my team members and someone comes in and I'm like, hey, here is Dr. Canestrelli, say hi. And they're like, say hi to who? There's no one here. Could you imagine they're actually my imaginary friends? Goodness gracious. Thank you for your hair. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Let me see how things at over here on Twitch. Let's see. Metatron book when? I'm actually working on it. I'll let you know. You'll know. You'll know. Let's see. You know what's funny? Let me tell you something a little controversial, because I'm like that. I just say what I think. I'm not afraid of people. Oh, you're gonna get cancelled. I don't care. I don't care. One guy the other night said, you said this thing that you thought, which wasn't even controversial, you're going to have to make an apology. So I'm like, I will never clip this. I will never apologize for a legitimate opinion of mine just because I'm getting backlash. I will apologize if I'm wrong. I will apologize if I do something wrong. But if what I think is just my legitimate opinion and freedom, and I'm getting backlash, you think I'm going to do that? Never in a million years. I've got more backbone for that. Not going to happen. In fact, the people that do that, first, the apologies is fake. Because, I mean, you're only apologizing because you're getting caught or because you're getting backlash and you don't know how to stand. Well, then don't make the statements. If you want to hide, you know, the people that are like, oh, I don't want to talk about Cleopatra because people are going to call me racist. Okay, it's fine. You don't have to. I'll do it. I'll stand up and I'll do it. I don't care, but I will never apologize for what I said about Cleopatra. She was Greek. She was Greek. I don't care. They can try to cancel me all they want. Never going to apologize in a million years about that, because the people that do it are weaklings. I know that it's a strong thing to say, but sometimes you've got to say it. I'm a very nice guy. You know, I'm a very nice guy. We can sit down. I'm going to be all smiley. I'm like 90% smiles, but that 10%, sometimes you got to say it. Sometimes you got to say it, because these days, you know, things are the way they are, unfortunately. But yeah, there was another thing I wanted to say. I don't remember what it is, but it will come to me. It will come back. Not a problem. Let's see. Lord Alex on... Oh, yeah, that's what it was. So before I read Lord Alex, I will. I'm not going to forget. But Daxfile said, you say, and that's your opinion, of course, you say that's why X is the best after Elon bought it, and then you say free speech. Now, I'm a massive free speech advocate, 100%. That doesn't mean that I support, like, hateful speech. I just wouldn't make it illegal. That's the difference. So if someone is being an a-hole, they are an a-hole, and I will say it. You know, if someone is saying something that is offensive, I'm like, okay, that guy, I disagree with what he says, and he's a complete, I can't use the word now, but you know what I'm going to say. But I just wouldn't make it illegal. So it's not that I'm necessarily supporting hateful speech. It's just that hate speech as a legislative structure cannot work. It infringes freedom. So I would rather people say whatever they want, and because I'm someone who hates toxicity, whatever extreme it comes from, it can be far left, far right, it could be just someone who's crazy. As I was saying, as a Christian, some Christians can be very toxic. I will attack them, but I will use my own freedom of speech back to say, I disagree with what you're saying. Like if someone is saying something horrible about black people, something horrible about white people, I say, you're an asshole, you're disgusting, but I wouldn't make it illegal. And that's the difference. So do I agree that X is better? I don't know, because I didn't use Twitter before. Okay, I didn't use Twitter before, so I do not know if it's better now, if it's worse now. Some people say it's horrible, some people say it's good. I've seen a lot of people migrating to Blue Sky, and I have an account there just to try. And what I'm noticing is that you get toxic people everywhere. You still get toxic people even over there. It's the different, it's the targets of the toxicity appear to be different, but you still find toxicity. Toxicity is everywhere, really. And that's what I avoid. If you're toxic, I'll avoid you. If you're a nice person, I don't care about your personal opinions, politics, religion, whatever it is. I don't care. You're a nice person, you're a nice person. That's all I care about. And then we can agree, disagree, sit down, talk about economy, policy as well. Not that I'm an expert or anything, but I have opinions. It's just the toxicity that I hate. Yeah. So yeah, Chanzing says hate speech as a term is ridiculous. It's used legally. I think hate speech exists, but it shouldn't exist legally. That's the thing. You know what I mean? So when they say hate speech legally, then it doesn't exist. And I think it shouldn't. You know why? Because let's say that we make hate speech, for example, saying horrible things about people of color. And let's say that we say that's illegal, so you can't say it. And then you can't say horrible things about non-Christians for a moment. That's illegal. So not that I would say it. It wouldn't change anything for me. But here is the problem. There will be people that will agree with that. They'll be like, yeah, that's right, because those things are horrible. And then they'll say, for instance, because Christians are disgusting. Okay, what if that becomes hate speech, though? How do you stop it? It depends on who is in power. Because once you do it once, and someone else is in power, they could use it. And now it's you that goes to jail because you said horrible, because now it becomes illegal to say horrible things against white people and to say horrible things against Christian. I'm a Christian. I consider myself white. I know some people are like, Italians are not white. Well, we can discuss that if you want later, another day, but whatever. I still don't like it. I wouldn't say, no, it should be legal for people to say horrible things against Italian. That I wouldn't make it illegal, because then again, the people who support that idea, it's only because they imagine it for the things they don't like. But once hate speech becomes a law, they could make it illegal for the stuff that you say. And then what? That's why I will always support freedom. And I will attack the toxic Muppets, no matter the side. I will say that's a toxic guy. But that's just me, you know? You can agree, you can disagree, and it is what it is. What did I ask Santa this year? I asked a wonderful terminal amber phosphorus P3 from 1985, I think it is, 87. I'll receive it soon. I would love to ask Santa for a heater shield historically accurate. We'll see if that happens. But yeah, we'll see. What are my thoughts, says Drumstick, you say unrelated question, but anything is related to this since we're just chatting. What are your thoughts on historical music and historical music recreations? I love them. I know a couple of people who do it. I've recently fallen in love with Faria Faraj, an artist, but he also makes very interesting documentaries on music history. I'll absolutely have to check him out because I like the kind of stuff, 100%. Shumi C, thank you for the $5. I've picked up the glass of wine upgrade for Warhammer painting time. Nice. I don't know what that is, but nice. Glass of wine upgrade? I don't know if it's an inside meme or joke that I don't know. I have no idea. Man, we're having a great time tonight. We've been speaking about everything. And I'll tell you what, in a little bit, I'll stop the stream because I want to go spend a little time with the wife, watching a couple of movies. But I might come back, to play some games. We'll see how late it is. But tomorrow I'm definitely going live. Andrew says the Metron will not apologize ever. Yeah, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I won't. But if I make a mistake, I have done it. I have apologized a few times, but they were real. They were heartfelt apologies. Like when I was pushing this sponsor because they were paying, they were a client. And then at one point I figured out that the CEO was a horrible person and she was scamming people with cancer. And as someone who has had to deal with that kind of stuff in my family, I'm like, no. And I did do my due diligence, but I didn't find that. So because I didn't find it out, I felt I needed to apologize to my supporters. The product was great, by the way, which is why I decided to work with them. It was like a perfume thing. But I severed all business opportunities. They were still offering thousands of dollars, and I said no, never again. And but I did make an apology to my subscribers, because that was something that I believe I failed in my due diligence. And because usually I put a lot of work in my due diligence, it took me months to find and select St. Jude Hospital as the recipient of all of my charity events. And that's where I collected some money for a few $1,000s for them. But how did I do my due diligence? I Googled, is it good? No, I contacted families that benefited from it, that had kids with cancer, and I spoke to them one by one. How was your experience? Did they actually help you? Did the money go to you, or did all the money go to pay the doctors? And so after doing all of that due diligence and having overwhelming, there were a couple of people that were complaining, but overwhelmingly positive experiences from the people that needed help, I'm like, okay, that's the charity I choose. But that takes a lot of time. And I do that with sponsors too, which is why you usually don't see more than 1 or 2 sponsors, sometimes 3 sponsors a month. And I usually will keep it at that number, unless like we really need money. But in general, even if we do, the due diligence is still going to happen. So it's just one of those situations. So yeah, I'll apologize if I make a mistake, but if it's not a mistake and it's just an opinion, never gonna happen. Frederick on Twitch, yes, as a Scandinavian, I loved when the educated the stupid Viking Mongolian throat singing. Oh, okay, I don't know that. You were really responding to Drumstick. Thank you, Titan Bro 676. Goodbye, and thank you for being here. The Drumstick, you clipped me. Yeah, feel free. You can put anywhere you want. Post it on YouTube. Post it anywhere. However you want. Yeah, I'm a Mediterranean. That's how that's usually how I say it for myself. Cool stuff. All right, noble ones. Well, I think we're getting close to the end. Let me see if there is a super chat I think I didn't read. No, yeah, I read that one. Okay, noble ones. So if I missed any of your chats, well, I know the general chat, I have missed a few. Try to read it tomorrow. You play games by the Meta? I do play games a lot, yeah. I do play games a lot. I don't know what you mean. Hi, Metron. I'm a new sub. Thank you so much, Jared. I appreciate that. But yeah, so I'm going to go spend a little time with the wife. I might come back online though. If I do, I'll be online on Twitch, and at the same time, I'll multi-stream with my channel Metatron's Protectorate, the gaming channel. If I don't, it means we are a little tired, in which case I will be live tomorrow. Definitely live tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the generosity. I really, really appreciate that. And so everyone was great tonight during the stream. I had a great time on both platforms. 3 hours stream. Look at that. In 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. 3 hours stream. Look at that. It feels like 15 minutes, for crying out loud. Thanks to you guys. All right. See you tomorrow or tonight. We'll see. And thank you so much for all the support. I'll see you around. And as always, I'll post daily. So tomorrow I'm posting again on all 3 channels. Thank you, noble ones. Have a good night. Merry Christmas. Thank you.